Hello, hello, hello. What's up this afternoon, everyone? Welcome. Fine. Oh no, echo. I forgot. I usually have my Twitch volume down, but I watched a little bit of the Arena Championship this weekend, so now we get the echo. Oh my god. Did you watch the Arena Championship? What's up, everyone? Fine Tuesday to y'all. Dylan Hunter, Doretti Spaghetti, Bizza Hood, Chucky Bananas, Autis Kane, Lustful Jeans, W Van House, Magikarp, Dogga Myth. How is everyone today? Good to see ya. It feels like it's been forever. We missed the Thursday stream, unfortunately, but we're back. Good to see everyone. Hopefully everyone had a spectacular weekend. Oh, well, Control Pile, you're my favorite Twitch chat commenter. Don't tell everyone else. Shh. Hey, what's up, Stone Rain, Magikarp? Glad you got the apartment and the job going. That is super awesome. I don't know if it's possible to watch the Arena Championship. Yeah, they made it hard, didn't it? It was tricky. There's a lot of like stream stalling and just, oh my goodness, that event, I think, and I know I'm going to say this and people are going to be like, oh, well, it doesn't really prove anything. I came away with the impression that it reconfirmed my biases, let's say, that maybe Alchemy's not the best format for stuff like that. I think people like, they get my opinion, I think, on Alchemy wrong. I don't think that Alchemy should not exist. I'm glad it exists, and I'm glad people can play it and enjoy it, but I do think that it's not a good format to do Pro Tours with, and I think the viewership kind of back that up this weekend. Hey, Seth, you're among the top 5 Twitch streamers I follow. Hey, thank you. Oh, you only follow 5. That's less exciting. Well, thank you, Van House. Anyway, today, everyone, it is Explorer time. We haven't played Explorer in a minute, and I want to try out some new Dominaria United stuff, but outside of Standard. We played a lot of Standard lately. We got Modern coming up tomorrow on the YouTube for Against Odds, so I want to try some Explorer, and I just spent the morning building a bunch of Explorer decks. I don't know if any of them are any good, but here's what we got to work with. We're going to start with Joda Bard Class, because I think this deck can do some sweet things. We've already had success with Bard Class in the past, and it just, oh my goodness, when Bard Class goes off, it really goes off. And now we have the perfect top end for this deck, and Joda just lets us go super wild. Like, now we're getting Bard Class value, and we're getting Joda value, and next thing you know, our board is full of things. The other huge addition to the deck is Relica Legends, which is kind of absurd, because now we get all these Legends, and even though they're summoning sick, we can immediately tap them for mana to cast more Legends and Cascade more, and eventually at Goro and just win the game. So that's what we're starting with. We're starting with Joda Bard Class. Also got a Scales deck, which kind of interesting. Mono green Defiler of Vigor Hardened Scales. So maybe we try that. I built a kicker deck. I don't think this deck can win, maybe, but I wanted to see if it could. I love the kicker mechanic. I don't know if it's strong enough for Explorer, so maybe we do some kicking. Mira Paradox. This is a Paradox Engine combo deck, which should be kind of interesting. Paradox Engine Mira just like goes off super big. So another sweet way to combo an Explorer. There's a Rakdos discard deck. I might try some mutating. I really want to try Ivy and Vesuvian Duplimancy and mutate. Probably a bad idea in Explorer if everyone's playing Liliana and they're just going to kill our mutate piles, but could you imagine how sweet it would be if it actually worked? So that's what we got on the list for today. That's a plan. Lots of fun in Explorer. Stone Raid, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super thank you. You should check out Croaky's new enchantment ramp deck for Standard. Looks super fun. Ooh, what is enchantment ramp deck? I haven't even seen the list, I don't think. If you really want this deck to pop, add one Paradox Engine and a Zika, maybe Kinnan, completely busted Joda deck. Ooh, wait, so Kinnan. So you're thinking add Kinnan to go with the Relic of Legends. Okay, I could see that. That makes a lot of mana. Kinnan could be an interesting addition. I could get behind that. Doesn't get the full discount with Bard Class, but that's probably still fine. We get treasure tokens. That could work. I could see adding Kinnan. So anyway, that's a plan for today. Messing around at Mythic and Explorer. Probably losing a lot, but maybe doing some sweet things along the way. So reminders. Replay YouTube. That's where you'd find the old stream, including this one in the future. Normal YouTube. Tons of stuff coming up on the YouTube. Had a Crim video go up today. Tomorrow, we are Zuring in Modern for Against Odds. The deck turned out pretty spicy. I think you're going to like tomorrow's Against the Odds deck. If you like some Modern action, we're doing something you're never going to guess what we're doing with the deck. And I'm not going to tell you, but tune in tomorrow to find out. So tons of stuff coming up on the YouTube. A reminder that our sponsor today is Card Kingdom. If you need some magical cards, you can get them over at cardkingdom.com. Even get a goldfish sticker. Just let them know you want one in your order notes. Maybe you want to pre-order some Unfinity for some reason. So you can have lots of Rule Zero conversations with your Commander playgroup. They got you covered. So head over to cardkingdom.com/mtggoldfish. Even get a free goldfish sticker. Just let them know you want one in your order notes, and they'll hook you up. Merch page, tokens, t-shirts, playmats, get away to support the stream and the channel and the site. Donations, always appreciated. Never required. $2 or more gets your message read on stream. So let's talk about this deck. This is next Phil and Seth crossover video, and I'm sure it'll happen again at some point. But we don't have one in the works yet. I haven't come up with a good theme for one, but I'm sure there will be another one in the future. So this is some Joda Bard Class action. The idea is you play Bard Class, you level it up, you play Legends, you draw a ton of cards, you play Joda, so then as you cast the Legends, you cascade into even more Legends, and next thing you know, you got the biggest board of Legends in existence. A lot of the stuff is stuff we've seen before, like Magda and Gallia, just Legends that are free with Bard Class or cheap with Bard Class. The other huge addition is Relic of Legends, which ramps us into our Joda, and is also just so good when we combo off, because we can tap all of our Legends on the turn they come into play to make even more mana to cast even more Legends. The downside of this deck is we don't really play much interaction. We're kind of a combo deck, so we got some interaction in the sideboard. We got, you know, some removal and sweepers and counters and so forth, but in the main deck, we actually just really don't have interaction at all. So we're just planning on going over the top of our opponent. That's the plan of this deck. Do the biggest thing possible, cast so much stuff that our opponent cannot possibly keep up. So that is the plan of Joda Bard Class. What do y'all think of Infinity? Infinity? Unfinity. We got the full set today. I will say, I'm fine with unsets. I like unsets. This is probably the set that I've checked out of most. This is one of the first sets that I haven't done full spoiler videos on. So normally every single set I keep up on it very closely. This one I have not actually kept up on. I've kept up on it a little bit, kind of like casually, but I haven't went as in depth on this set as usual. I think it looks super fun for limited. I think limited is going to be like an absolute blast. Usually unsets are super fun in limited. I don't know, am I missing anything with constructed? Is there anything that's actually going to show up in Legacy or Vintage? I mean, if they had the cards to Moto, I think we'll try to play an attraction like Nick Fit deck, which I think would be hilarious. I don't know if the cards are coming to Moto or not, though. I don't think any of these cards are going to be like broken in Legacy or Vintage. You can definitely play them in Commander, which is cool. I mean, are there any of these cards that you're actually going to play? I like the humor. I miss the silver border though. Yeah, I miss silver border too. Just waiting for Brothers War previews to start. Well, you don't gotta wait long, Draft Chaff. Speaking of spoilers, apparently during the WotC stream on Thursday, we're getting our sneak peek at Brothers War. So we will watch the stream together during our stream. So come over Thursday rather for the stream, and we will do a bit of spoiler action. Exiling Legends with Bard Class and casting them doesn't trigger Jodah, right? It says cast from your hand, right? Yes, I believe that is correct. You don't get the double 2 Bard classes is good news. All right, we're up against Yarion. That's probably less good news. Farewell is actually super annoying against our deck. What do you think of all the legends? What do you think of the legends from this set? Like, there's so many legendary creatures. I was looking through them, and where's a good example? Let's go. Wait, what is this thing? Oh, that card's actually kind of cool. Standard procedure, where you get to turn it into any cheap spell, legal and standard. But a lot of these legends, I think that I would actually like to play with in Commander. I don't know if I'd like to play with them all the time, but like the Common Matters legend, that's a really cool card. It's an Acorn card, so you got to rules that you're in or whatever, but that's a neat idea. Would this be something that would be healthy to be legal overall? Probably not, because then you got this weird thing with like, which edition was it printed in? Was it downgraded in rarity? Does that count? There would be a lot of issues. Well, let's level up the Bard class. Step 1. And then play the land. Do we just like run out? What is our opponent doing? Do we just run out a bunch of stuff, or do we try to wait? We could like Trognar, Magda, Ovaya, but then we got nothing left. We got nothing left to... Well, I mean, all right, we got to play at least something. All right, let's play Trognar. Maybe we hold on to the Vaya. We want something to cast after we fully level up Bard Class if possible. So let's just go Tognar and Magda. So I don't know, are you going to let people rule 0 in those cards in your play groups? I think I would let people rule 0 in every single card in this set. However, and maybe this will just happen naturally, but I think like 6 months from now, I'm kind of like ready to not see those cards again. So, and I expect that'll be fine. Like, I expect people probably just won't even be interested in playing them 6 months from now. Deafening Clarion, eh? Well, this is fine. We get to go to combat. We hit our opponent. We kill the Narset. We get a treasure. Opponent. Okay, Narset down. And then I think we just play the backside of Burgi. And then discard a Yawgmoth's Vile Offering. See if we can hit a land drop. Well, that works. All right, play Mox Amber. Play the land. Because I assume our opponent's going to blow up our board here. So, pass the turn. Opponent's going to Deafening Clarion. But we're getting close to going off. About it. Personally, I'm tired of legends. Would love to see a set with 0 legends. I do feel like maybe there's more legends than necessary these days. I feel like there's been a huge increase in legends. I mean, I think that's actually like statistically true. We know there's been a huge increase in legends. Well, let's see how far we can go. So we play this for free. Step 1. We fully level up the Bard class. Step 2. We discard. Do we just have to wait? Can we wait a turn? What if we get farewelled? What horrible things can happen? Opponent only gets 2 spells. All right, let's pass. Let's just pass. Next turn's the turn. Next turn's the turn. Come on. Come on, nothing go wrong, please. If nothing goes wrong, next turn should be really sweet. And by go wrong, I mean, like, lose our pieces. If they want to play some creatures, like, whatever, we're kind of fine with that. Jesus Napolitu. Welcome to the Fishbowl. That's fine. That is fine. Thank you for your subscription. Big super duper. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Wandering Emperor, we do not care about that. Go ahead, wander away, friend. And then maybe, like, Yorion Blinket do it again? Oh, jeez. Really? That's what they're doing? Agent of Treachery. Going to be a jerk and steal our Bard class. All right, well, Well, that is probably game then. Anything we do just gets stolen, so there's no point in doing things. Jodah, but it doesn't matter. It would get stolen anyway. So close. The reason I ask about the deck is because you have card advantage with the new Goblin Lord for sacking things. Could be a fun budget deck. Oh, what deck are you asking about, Affinity Squirtle? I think I missed your original question. Well, all right, play Relic of Legends. Play Bard class. Level up Bard class. Pass the turn. Get our stuff. Yeah, this is just over, I think. I believe. Hey, Seth, got a kind of random deck idea update. Do you think that Dirty Kitty could be, could work with the new Goblin Lord? Maybe one of the Battlecry Goblins or something as a backup plan. Yeah, I think that could be. All right, yeah. We're just gonna pretend like that never happened. Yeah, I think that could be fun. I mean, we've played Dirty Kitty in the past, and I think the new Lord is definitely a good way to go off with it. So I think that it does excuse me, I think it does improve the deck. Would it be like competitive? I don't know about that. But I think it would have some really big combo turns. It seems like you should be able to combo off like even better than in the past. And in the past, you could combo off like reasonably well. Like we've played it on Budget Magic or whatever years ago. And when you get your pieces on the battlefield, you can really like do some insane things. By the way, my favorite part of last week's Commander Clash, it wasn't the turn you went off. It was my second favorite. My first was actually when you peeled Hunted Witness. I'm sad you didn't go for the Rampage of the Clan self-wipe at the end. That's a build's win con. Yeah, I mean, I might have eventually. I think it would be sweet if that deck had a way to give things haste, I think. I really wanted a way to win without passing to everyone else. I don't know how often it is that the deck can actually go off that big, so that might be part of it. Maybe that just doesn't happen very often. But it would have been nice. Like, Rampage is sweet, but that's still like win would suspend one rather than win. So it'd be nice if there was just like some way it's like, oh, I can just like straight up win the game now. All right, Triumph go. Not the fastest start against the control deck. Hey Seth, been having a playing Rocket Dropic and Brawl, probably going to build with Paper Idiot. Yeah, Rocket Dropic is so sweet. Still my favorite legend from the set. Well, all right. Tap lands for days past the turn. Rampage is an instant, and I'm clearly used to Paper Magic. Sorry for all the clicking. No, I like the deck. The deck was super fun. Do you think a co-op CCG would appeal to you? Just got finished playing Arkham Horror card game, and it was a blast. Ooh. I mean, isn't Commander kind of like a co-op CCG? I think of Commander as sort of a co-op CCG. Well, all right, Burgie. Mox Amber. Magda. Please don't have a sweeper. Pass the turn. We got the veto, but if they sweep this turn, it's so sad. Hey Seth, also want to ask you, since I started my YouTube channel, Jank. Ooh, that's a good that is a good name for a YouTube channel. I would click on that. Got 130 subs. The question I had for you was, how do you guys make your shorts for YouTube? Was gonna start doing that since YouTube is spreading them like wildfire. You guys have great ones, especially the gameplay ones. I don't know what you use for editing, but this is interesting. But you should be able to just set the settings of whatever editing program you're using to like vertical mode rather than like 1920 1080. Switch it to 1080 1920 or whatever resolution you use, and then it will be in the short format. Huh? What do we do here? Yeah, gameplay shorts can be tricky, but that match was just so funny. Set it to TikTok mode. Yeah, click the TikTok button. You'll be good. Oh, he can't even play Rocket Dropic. Oh, play Avaya. And play a Zika. And we're going to time out here. So we can tap this. So go to combat. Get in with Burgie. We got to leave up the counter. This is the turn where things can go really, really wrong. Opponent blocks. Sure. All right, pass the turn. Next turn, the Rocket Dropic turn. This turn, leave up the removal. Could still use a Bard Class or some way to draw cards. Opponent gets to go looting. Yeah, I want to leave up. We could play Rocket Dropic, but I think leaving up veto is more important here. If we play Rocket Dropic and then they transmogrify, that's pretty bad for us. So this turn we leave up veto. Next turn we can Rocket Dropic and leave up veto. Still need a way to draw cards though. No Mirror Box in this deck. You could play Mirror Box in the deck. The hard part is just like finding the room essentially. All right, another Fable. Yeah, we're gonna let that go. Yeah, that's the main challenge, just finding the room for all those cards. Especially now that we got like Jodah and Relic of Legends, there's just less and less room. Well, oh, that was a mistake. We definitely should have made a token there. Well. Yeah, play Rada Drobic. Make a treasure. Pass the turn. I feel like we're just waiting to get blown out, though. We're not dying, but we're also not really, like, progressing. Because there's no Bard class and there's no Jodah. So we got this big board, but it's not doing anything. Opponent. Yeah, I mean, we got plenty of mana. The pinch here is cards. We have all the mana, but none of the cards. So how was everyone's weekend? Oh, did anyone actually watch? Let me know. Did any of you watch the Arena Championship? I've been waiting so we could talk about it. Someone must have, right? There were dozens of people watching. Some of us from the chat had to be among those dozens. Haven't played Arena in 8 months. Went to make mono black and only had 4 meat hooks. I mean, that's all you need. Watch about 5 minutes of it. Shut it after a while. No, I had homework. Oh, wow, opponent getting in there. Throwing away their goblins to make treasures. Well, we get to kill them. Block and block. This makes me think our opponent's trying to sweep. Oh, block and block. Opponent. Deafening Clarion. Do we counter this? So Azika lives. Everything dies. These 3 come back. But they won't be legendary. Oh. Yeah, I mean, not having spectator mode is literally mind-blowing at this point. That was one of the big criticisms. I mean, yeah, we can cycle first. Yeah, let's cycle the trio. Into another Burgee. You know what? I think we let it go. Sure. So stuff dies, but we get a bunch of zombies. This does pinch our mana quite a bit, but WotC owns like 4 game studios. Can't figure out how to add a feature to their flagship title. Yeah, like the actual stream, I had high hopes because I think the last big arena event that we had actually went super well. Like I was surprised and blown away by how well coverage went. Like Wizards did a really good job. This time it was like actually embarrassing. Like straight up, it was just like embarrassing to watch. Yeah, there's no spectator mode, so you couldn't see the cards. The stream was crashing. The audio was going in and out. Sometimes there was no audio. On top of that, the chat was just like people complaining about alchemy. and then the mods were like going ham and just banning anyone that, well, banning many people. I wouldn't say anyone, but banning many people that were like critical of the stream or critical of anything to do with the event, which was just like, oh, why would you do that? Because that just makes it worse. So they're like aggressively banning people who talk about the stream being clunky or like the issues with the stream. So they're aggressively banning people, and that just makes the rest of the chat talk about them banning people. There was someone who was like, who's modding this stream? Hooglin? They're banning people left and right. And then they ban them for making the joke about Jeff's modding, his aggressive modding style. Ah, come on. Well, can't Dylan's veto that. There goes our card advantage. This has been a depressing game. Opponent plays land. I mean, this is just literally game. They can copy the agent with the reflections. Azika, like, yeah, GG. I feel so bad for the coverage having to work and deal with all this. Oh yeah, the casters were great. Like maybe I don't know if Jeff, it probably wasn't actually Jeff modding. That would be a sneaky technique though to keep your streams under control. Just hire Jeff to mod. Matt Constantine, welcome to the Fishbowl. First time sub. Thank you for your subscription. Big super here, scoop cheer for you. All right, so that was annoying, but we're up against a control deck with Agent of Treachery. Where's the spice? Where's the spice historic? How low in Mythic do you got to go until you meet other people playing spicy decks? They made black way too powerful as taking over a standard. Yeah, I mean, black is very good in standard. That is for sure. John Likes Games, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super for you. Thank you. Here's a fun fact about Jodah. You can cascade into a legend, but let's say you cascade into Valky after Azika. Do you know you can cast a Tybalt side for free? I did. Well, we're not keeping the one lander. I actually, oh geez, all right. From one land to all the lands. I actually did know that because it's not technically Cascade. So it doesn't work with Cascade, but it does work with Jodah, specifically because Jodah is not Cascade. Well, tap land, go. Hey, Seth had a very bad arena experience. 24 lands flooding to 13 lands in 20 draws to 2 in 12. Wait, I'm confused. 24 lands had a very bad arena experience. 24 lands flooding to 13 lands in 20 draws to 12 in 2 draws. Finally, after deck building as we explore deck, the rope system was against it. After that, I put it together in Pioneer. Ooh. Oh, so it appears that we are up against Greasefang. Ugh. Greasefang, what do you think about Greasefang in this format? There's Greasefang, that's free Azika's Chariot. And GG. Alrighty then. Well, that was quick at least. At least that was a quick one. Ooh, the Lich deck is spicy, Daifon. Sorry about your bad running, but definitely got some spiciness going on. I do like the Relic of Legends. Wait, I'm confused. What is the Lich? Oh, a Sararak. I see. Yeah, definitely looks unique. Huh, all right, so what do we do against Greasefang? Rest in pieces for days. I mean, if we can shut down the graveyard and make our opponent actually play fairly, then I think we should be fine. Can we do that? That's another question. Well, so far we have not done cool things. The cool things are coming. We are currently playing Explorer. Yeah, it'll be interesting. I'm surprised that they haven't done anything about Greasefang, specifically for Best of 1. In Best of 3, you can try to just overload on Graveyard Hate, which maybe, I wonder if we're getting to the point where it's like are we a main deck Leyline of the Void format? Is that where Explorer is? Well, tap land, go. Yeah, it's a neat idea. If you can get enough pieces stacked up, if you can get Defilers and Bantu's Monument and Relic, it's a lot of pieces that you need. But if you can actually do it, it seems like it'd be a really funny way to win the game, Daifon, for sure. So the problem with this hand is it doesn't stop Greasefang. So here's the thing. Yes, the client's clearly not in the best spot for coverage, but it's also not that the devs are incompetent. I'm really tired of that discourse. It's all the fact that Wizards is not putting money or resources into the client, and people who work for the game are very much capable, but it's the money not existing for them that's causing the less than ideal quality. I mean, I would agree with that. I think that is true. That the issue is that, however, I don't think that's an excuse, because we know that Wizards made like $1 billion last year. Like literally $1 billion, or very close to it. So the excuse of like, oh, we just don't have the money for it, I don't buy it, because we know they have the money for it. They have the money. It's like, that's what hangs over all these conversations when it comes to Wizards, is we know that you have the money. It's not like you're some struggling, you know, indie game that doesn't have a choice. You're just like, we have no money, like what can we do? We're making the best of it. That's not Wizards. That's why I think that Wizards is rightly held to a higher standard. Like, if there's some like new indie game that wanted to do a cosplay contest and their prize was a $200 Joanne Faber gift card, that would probably be fine. Like, I think you judge the companies based on the position that they're at. On the other end, when you just report, oh, we had our literal best year ever, we made $1 billion, and you're like, hey, everyone, come buy these expensive tickets to win a $200 Joanne Faber gift card, then you get memed on and you get mocked. And that's actually, like, I think, the right thing to do. I think that is correct that Wizards gets memed and mocked for that, because they have the ability to not do those things. Ooh, 8-rack and Pioneer. That sounds sweet, Gentry. So I think that's the difference. But I definitely agree. It's not the dev's fault. It's the money's fault, or Hasbro's fault, or Wizards' fault. It's not like a dev sitting there being like, oh, you know, I'm gonna take a nap instead of putting in spectator mode. But the end result's the same for all of us. When you turn on their tournament and like, everyone's like, I can't understand the cards. What's going on? I can't read anything. What are all these card styles? Like, you did that to yourself. Like, you could have just spent the money and done it. They did improve the cosplay rewards. It took a lot of memeing. But we did meme them into eventually doing the right thing. That's the solution. You just gotta meme really hard, and Wizards will eventually do the right thing. Can't go to Magic 30 anymore. Pretty bummed. Was hoping to get in a game with you. I guess it'll have to be another year. Oh, what happened, Swing for Zero? Well, we'll miss you. We'll miss you for sure. Is disappointing. Opponent. Well, there's a Parhelion. So if an opponent ever draws Greasefang, we die. If they don't draw Greasefang, we probably die. Opponent goes attacking, makes more cats. How can we get out of this? Is there a way? Well, block here. Block here. Pump Trognar. Kill the dork. Come on, deck. Come on, deck. Come on, deck. Magda. Well, I mean, go to combat. Hit ya. Pump. Loot. Oh, dear. 2 lands. And, well, I guess we double the power. Kill your stuff. I mean, we are kind of beating down. This isn't going absolutely horrible. Until our opponent finds Greasefang. Then it's going absolutely horrible. But for the moment, yeah, we don't have a... I love how our opponent said good game. So Goro's second ability supposedly activated in the deck. Wait. Is Goro's second ability supposed to activate in the deck, or is it just for fun? I mean, the main purpose of Goro is to give everything haste. That's the real payoff. It is possible. It is possible to activate it in the deck, but that's not It's not in the deck to try to make dragons. It's in the deck to try to give haste to everything. Jodah, welcome to the fishbowl. Oh, there's a Jodah. First Jodah sighting. First Jodah sighting of the day. Maybe that's the issue. We just haven't run enough Jodahs. Jetmir's Garden Day. I wonder, maybe we should be a Yarion deck. Yarion's legendary. Maybe we should just play more legends. Maybe now that we have Joda and Bard class, we can just play more legends and trust that we're gonna get there. Oh, we really need mana. Oh dear. Oh no, not like this. Well, get in with Magda. Maybe they won't block. They don't block. Well, play Trognar, I guess. Pass the turn. Yeah, we got the 5-color legendary land. The 5-color legendary land's pretty sweet. All right, so opponent's some sort of 5-color Enigmatic Incarnation deck, I assume. If they're discarding Ether Channeler. Opponent. Yeah, 5-color humans is just kind of boring to me. Like, I don't know. I've seen other people playing 5-color humans, and it just seems like it's just a human deck. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with being a 5-color human deck, but it's just not exactly my style, I guess. It just feels too normal, if that makes sense. Opponent. Ramping out of land. I mean, one thing that we've seen is every deck that we've played against has just been able to blow up our Bard classes. So maybe that's or steal our Bard classes. Maybe enchantments are just not in a... Phew. Okay. Maybe enchantments are just not in a great place in Explorer at the moment. Maybe there's just too much flexible removal to make something like that work. About it. Gets back the bounce. And yeah, this one already looks over. Well, Relic of Legends, number 2. Trognar. Go. I mean, why do people play enchantment hate for Meathook Massacre, though? I've never understood people's desire to try to fight Meathook Massacre with enchantment hate. Isn't the damage done? Like, I feel like I lose to Meathook wrathing my board and immediately doing its thing, rather than it sitting on the battlefield. I mean, I guess getting off the battlefield is like some amount of value, but opponent draws a card. Gets Yarion. There's the Bard class. We have to kill things, though, because this is just going to loop forever. Well, all right. Yawgmoth's Vile Offering. Get back Magda. Kill Reflections. Tap. Tap. I mean, here comes Bard class. This is Bard class on the battlefield with 2 Jodas in hand. Pass the turn. Opponent, Yarion. Blinks it all. Uh-huh. Yep. Do you have any idea when we'll get rewards for channel points? It's been quite a while. Still not exactly. I know we've been talking about it forever. Yeah, all right. Well, maybe Bard class. Maybe it's time to switch decks already. Maybe Bard class is just not in a place where it can be, even a little bit competitive in Explorer. It's starting to feel that way. Is it time to give up already? Have we already reached the give up on Bard class stage of the stream? A full 2.5 matches in. Perhaps. But yeah, we gotta figure out something with that. It's trickier than it seems, Stone Rain. It's especially at this point where channel points have been going on for a while, so there's a huge amount of channel points that people have build up that it makes it tricky to actually figure out. Well, we're not keeping that. It makes it tricky to figure out a way to do something with them. Oh, we've played Bard Class before. Yeah, I mean, we've played Bard Class before. We're trying to make Joda Bard Class work. But I mean the issue of the format just having infinite answers to Bard Class, that seems like it would remain no matter what. No matter what, we're seeing a bunch of new cards that, like that temporary lockdown. That's a new card that was just blowing everything else. Blowing everything out. Did you know EDH salt voting is today? I saw something on EDH Rec about that. Can we? White, green, red. So we can't play Joda. Well, all right. Relic of Legends. Relic of Legends. All right, we got a Joda. Can we find something to go with it? Can our stuff stay on the battlefield? How about it? Moonblast Cleric gonna get the Enigmatic Incarnation. Well, it would be a good turn to draw Legend to go with this Joda. Well, that kind of works. So we play Joda. We play Azika. Tap our stuff, cascade into Gallia. That was a good turn. That was an actual good turn. Look at how big our stuff is. That's a hasty 6/6. Oh, come on. Come on about it. Come on. Come on. No, no, no. Okay, fires. Spell 1. Spell 2 is... Are we getting there? Are we getting there? Is Joda actually getting there? Ether Channeler to bounce something. Go to the dark side, take out Bard Class, play Paradox Engine, Karn's Temporal Sundering. What does Paradox Engine do in this deck, actually? Well, play the Joda. Go to combat, attack, pump, loot, into another Gallia. Opponent. Gotta do some blocking. I mean, look at how strong Joda is when it actually gets a chance to go off. Opponent blocks. Yeah, I guess doubling power doesn't do anything. Yup. Hit ya to 1. Tap land. Go. Opponent taps. Yarion. Land. 2 spells. Enigmatic Incarnation. And Yarion, I assume. Alright. Is this enough to make us die? Are we dead? Yeah, I'll have to figure out. Yeah, I know we've talked about the channel points before. Someday, I'm sure we'll figure out a way to crack it. It's tough because the easy things like, oh, play a game or something. It's just like, there's so many people with so many points. I don't think those can work at this point. Or else we would just have to dedicate like the next year of the stream to playing viewer battles, which I don't think would be something people would want overall. So that's kind of the challenge with that stuff, I think. Ooh, what did I miss? Hey Seth, I've missed the stream the last couple of weeks because I was prepping my Baldur's Gate cube last Saturday. Ooh, how did that go? How was Baldur's Gate cubing? All right, opponent gets a Tolsimir. Opponent kills our stuff. Just kidding. Opponent punts. All right. Well, our stuff will live. Thank you, opponent. Kill the wolf. Oh, Bard Class. Bard Class. Can we do cool things? Can we do cool things? I mean, I think we're supposed to... We probably just got to play Jodah, right? Oh, play Bard Class. Play Jodah. Go to combat. Attack you. Pump and loot. I mean, this makes our opponent block with every... Okay, all the lands in the west. This does make our opponent block with everything. So opponent's board is completely gone. Found it. Blocks, blocks, blocks. Plaza of Heroes. Go. Hey, see Unfinity. Thanks for swinging by. And opponent, Skyclave in death. Okay, so it's possible to win with Jodah. We didn't do anything with Bard Class, though. That was just like Jodah doing Jodah things, which was pretty impressive. Jodah. Yes, Jodah. Our new legendary creature, Jodah. Oh, Magic the Gathering it is. You should allow points to send messages instead of $2 or more. I mean, you can send messages with points. That's already a thing that exists. So I think that's already... Well, I guess we're going to 5. Oh, jeez. So that is a thing that already exists. There might be a way to make it more official, I guess. Codify it in some way. Yeah, let's just play the tap land. But then you read them. Ugh. I mean, I try to read a lot of messages. I don't know. I think, that would be interesting. I think my worry would be with the amount of points that we have running around. That might get overwhelming, or would have potential maybe to get overwhelming. Seth, with the sheer amount of points I wasted on misposts, guaranteed I cannot afford versus streamers. By the way, I was shocked how little Necromentia was played in Pioneer, even taking into account the amount of Nykthos, Greasefang, and Lotus Field out there. Yeah, I mean, Necromentia is really good at stopping... I think the problem in Pioneer is a lot of the... Oh, I wish we had a land there. That would have made our life so much better. Well, we'll settle. I mean, we're on the mold of 5, so I guess we can't complain too much. You gotta take what you can get when you're on the mold of 5. I think the problem in Pioneer is most of the combo decks are comboing with lands. Like you mentioned Nykthos. Yeah, this is real bad. Without the mana, this is going to be very difficult. Opponents got their engine going. We got nothing going on, and here comes fires. So Necromentia is really good at, like, okay, you're trying to cast all right, one more try, and then we'll do something else. You're trying to cast it ad nauseum on turn 5 to win. You're trying to hit a grape shot on turn 4 to win. I think the problem with the lands is they come down too fast to be answered by Necromentia. You can name non-basic lands, but if your opponent just goes turn 2 Nykthos, turn 3 Lotus Field, depending on play draw, like, they can just have already done the thing, and then your Necromentia doesn't really do anything. So I think that's kind of the reason that it's not played more as hate for those decks. Is just kind of, it's risky that your opponent will already have their combo piece on the battlefield before you can even cast Necromentia. Someone I follow has killed the stream at 1 billion points. He said if anyone ever did that, he'd just boot up a stream a second later. I mean, what kind of... 1 million? No, 1 million channel points isn't enough for alchemy. Come on now. Come on now. It would have to be more than that. Been playing Bant turns in Explorer. Ooh, that sounds obnoxious. What's your list look like, Monster? Commander Draft was super fun. Ended up with 4-player pod and a 3-player pod, which caused the game lengths to differ by an hour. Yeah, that'll happen. I mean, I went to this Commander Sealed event 2 weekends ago, which was really cool. It was really fun to experience. Although one of the things we ran into at that event, and it was a pretty big, there was like 250 people playing or something, so it was a pretty good size event. We ran into a lot of issues with rounds going to time, though. It was supposed to be an hour and a half to finish a round. So you do sealed. 20 million might be the right range. You do sealed. You build a legal commander deck by actual commander rules out of your sealed packs, and then you play an actual commander game with it, which is a really, really neat idea. But pretty much every single game was going to time. So they had it so once you go to time, there'd be a Havoc Festival emblem, which is just you can't gain life and you lose half your life each turn. But that was still going like 45 minutes after the round was called. It was going super, super long. So then they switched it so you would get one of those every turn, which did end up speeding it up. But the idea of the format was really neat. I like the idea of like Commander Draft, Commander Sealed. Was playing a Lee's list. Ooh, that does sound like something a Lee would do. Down to 13. Is there any way we can be fast enough to not be dead to mono red? Is it possible? Alright, electrostatic infantry. Well, land untapped. Relic of Legends. Magda. Off the Relic of Legends. Tap Magda. Like, Relic of Legends is so sweet, and it's so good with Magda. To play Trognar. So we had a pretty nice turn there. Do we survive to do anything else about it? With the big board. We played a lot of stuff that turn, though. That was a lot of things. Lightning Strike the Gallia, grows their dork, hits us for a lot. Alright, we got a block. We drop to 7, not a lot of life. I'll play the land. How do we do this? So we can Azika. Nothing blocks the flyer. Probably could Prismatic Bridge, but that's definitely not saving us here. Oh, play Azika. I think we do it this. So we play Azika. 1, 2, 3. Oh, we'd have to tap the Magda. I'll go to combat, hit ya. Play the Rada. Pass the turn. Hold. Hey, what's up, Cuter? How are you? Good to see ya. I want to make an "Is it possibility" storm deck so I can say "Is it possible?" That is a good deck name. So I was playing that no white land deck I sent you last week. It made a mistake of playing Urg. Apparently his upkeep ability breaks arena every time it triggers. So now I can't play my new deck until they fix it. Oh, wait, what happens on the upkeep with Urg? I haven't heard of this bug before. All right, opponent going off, casting many Magic the Gathering cards, goes attacking. Well, we block. So we have to literally win the game somehow this turn. That is a very big ask. Well, okay. We don't even have a Bard class, so that's like a probably impossible ask. Trognar in a land, and So we're dead, right? I mean, I guess we're not literally dead, but we're figuratively. We are figuratively dead here. Go attacking. My fish is bad. Welcome to the fish bowl. Sorry your fish isn't doing well. Thank you for your subscription. Big tip, Jimmy. Thank you. Finally got my mat. I love it. Few friends dig it too. Got crimp sleeves in my pirate themed Obeka deck. Miss what happened to your mom, but glad she's better. Yeah, she's doing better than she was. Still definitely up and down and back and forth, but yeah, thank you. Yeah, the mat turned out looking really nice. Helen Keller sees all. Welcome to the fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super, thank you. Have an 18-pound cat much give attention to. Need to shower. AC Magic Carp, thanks for hanging out. Have a good one. Oh, all right, mono red A. All right, we're Well, I gotta say, I've not been impressed with this deck. It just might not be good enough, sadly. Bard Class is such a cool card, but counterpoint, Lotus on 3 means you can Necromantia, Thespian Stage, and Nykthos is beside you in Field of Ruin target. Sorry for spamming too many times, highlighting no longer enough points. Starting to feel cringy. Yeah, I mean, that is true. I think that, so if you look at Pioneer decks and Necromantia, I guess the other question is, are there enough matchups where you want it to make it worth your sideboard slots? So I think it could be effective against Hidden Stirrings. It's a card that I definitely would bring in against the Hidden Stirrings Lotus Field combo. Yeah, Lotus Field, maybe you don't always get it, but getting rid of the Emergent Ultimatums or whatever, Vizier, or not Vizier, like the Leer, I guess, maybe. But there are things you can get rid of that are going to be effective. Outside of that, Nykthos, I think, is a little more hit or miss. Like, yes, getting rid of the Nykthos is nice, but the deck doesn't really need Nykthos to win. Like, it's a deck that has enough ramp and enough stuff going on that it can win without Nykthos. Greasefang, I guess getting rid of Parhelions would actually be pretty effective if you can do it in time. Rakdos, no. Humans, no. Control, no. Spirits, no. I mean, it could be worth exploring more. Oh boy, another one lander. All right, we'll keep it. This one we're keeping. I guess sadly it's got to be Jodah to the bottom. Well, tap lane go. Was gonna see Iggy Pop this weekend, but he was canceled. Why did they cancel Iggy Pop? Actually, Iggy Pop's still alive. Iggy Pop's got to be pretty old. Well, all right, this lets us play things without losing life, which is good. Magda, I guess. The opponents can beat this deck with a new invention called Flying. Yeah, I mean, this deck it's trying to essentially combo off, but it has not been comboing off very consistently. Bonus Shivan Devastator. It is really sweet when it goes off, but maybe we just start doing it. Maybe it can't do it often enough. Ouch. Relic of Legends. Hit you with Magda. I mean, we also just haven't had Bard classes. We've mulliganed a lot, so some of it's probably variance, I think. Abundant. Gets in. Down to 11. It's not a lot of life. Not a lot of life, and just MDF seed. Yeah. Plaza Heroes, that doesn't do anything. Well, boom, take 3. Actually, none of this, actually. Opponent says nice, yeah. Of course. Well, Gallia. Oh, the overlay is not, uh-oh. That means you're gonna see the desktop. The desktop's pretty full. It's a little bit full. Oh, I will check it in a minute. I think I forgot to turn it on. About it. Gets in. All right, we're gonna try another deck. So we're gonna declare Joda Bard Class to be a complete and utter failure. I was expecting to lose a lot today, but I was thinking we do cool things with Bard Class. We lost a lot, but we did not do cool things with Bard Class. Interesting. Why did this deck get so much worse? I mean, maybe it's just trying to play Jodah in it and going 5 colors. Maybe it's the card pool. It's funny because... avert your eyes. It's funny because in the past Bard Class, we've got to do cool things with it. But maybe we don't live in that world anymore. Maybe it's been power crept. Power crept right out of existence. All right, let's try. Oh boy. Well, I mean, can't do any worse record wise than that. So let's see if we can mutate. If I heard you like losing, chat, so let's do some mutating in a Liliana format. It'll be fine. I'm sure it'll be fine. I won't worry about it. Have you seen the Micromancer Wizard cycling deck? I have not. I mean, Micromancer getting Ephemerate is a synergy. I feel like that was something that we mentioned we talked about during spoiler season. Like, it's really slow and grindy, but you can Micromancer to get Ephemerate, to blink Micromancer to get something else, and then you get the rebound to blink Micromancer to get another Ephemerate. So that's definitely a sweet idea. Cool to see the wizard cycling. You got to make sure you get that Micromancer. I'm actually like super. I'm curious. I'd like to see the decks he play. I mean, it's a Teferi control deck, so I'm sure it's pretty good. Like Teferi just beats people by itself. And I guess you get to play a little toolbox, get a Fluster Storm who spoils in the vault. So like that's a neat idea. Yeah, that could be fun to try. I'm always torn with decks like this. Is this like, oh cool, you should play the deck because it's got Micromancer, or are you like, oh, it's just a Teferi Solitude deck? I wouldn't want to watch that. I never know with decks like that. I always find myself I find myself like wanting to play them, but then feeling guilty when you draw Teferi or whatever. Like, ugh. Spirits, eh? Oh boy. Spirits versus Mutate. Dyphon with the gifts up to the Mega Magikarp. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super for you. Thank you. Yeah, we're trying some Ivy Mutate at the moment. We started off playing the Bard Class Jodah deck, and we just got wrecked and then wrecked and then wrecked and then wrecked again. Between Jack Black and Chris Farley pre-death. I'm glad you mentioned that, because I think that currently Jack Black would probably win. Who do you think could do more cartwheels in succession? Drugs are allowed. Well, I mean, that's probably necessary, else there just would be no competition. Who could do more cartwheels? That's a good question. I think I'd have to go Chris Farley. It's probably got to be Chris Farley, right? Have I ever actually seen Jack Black do a cartwheel? I'm sure he has somewhere. But like, watch the Chris Farley like Chippendale sketch or whatever. He definitely seemed like he could do cartwheels for a big dude. It's a lot of Spirit Lords. That's many Spirit Lords. Well, okay, land. You. So what I think we're learning about this is apparently you just have to play... Maybe we just have to play more interactive decks. Maybe that's necessary. Because so far both the decks we've tried to play are just full on like no interaction combo decks, and maybe that's not where the formats are at the moment. Most cartwheels on the Commander Clash crew. I mean, I would go for Phil. I know Phil's always talking about like, oh geez, Rattle Chains too. GG. Phil's always talking about about going to the gym, skateboarding, working out. So I would probably pick Phil. Tomer, I think Tomer could do a good cartwheel. Krim, I don't know. I think Krim's more of an indoor boy. I don't know. Richard actually might be a sleeper choice. I don't know where Richard's at with his cartwheeling anymore, but I know Richard used to be like super into rock climbing, and we'd like talk on the weekend and be like, oh, I'm out in some random middle of nowhere place doing rock climbing. So maybe Richard would be the sleeper pick, but I think I would go for Phil. Is reach enough to make it worthwhile? So the good news in this matchup is our opponent shouldn't have too much interaction. I think that's the good news. The bad news is they have a very fast clock and we don't really have removal. Elf, welcome to the fishbowl for the 27th month. Thank you for your subscription. Big super cheer for you. Can we get channel points to get someone to do a cartwheel? Yes, that's a good idea. You can pay channel points to make Phil cartwheel or Krim. Or I guess me. I would attempt a cartwheel. I don't know how successful I'd be, but hey, channel points is channel points. Did I watch the Arena Championship? Unfortunately, some of it. Actually, so the tournament itself was so clunky, and the stream was clunky, all that stuff. On the other hand, even though it was Alchemy, and that's not a format that I am especially interested in, the finals was actually very, very entertaining. The match was really close. It was two sacrifice decks playing against each other, and was actually a really entertaining, interesting match. So there was some good magic that was played in the event, which I think was sweet. So that was the good news. That was the good news about the event. Get in there, baby Godzilla. Go 1-3. About our passes. Yeah, the final games were really, really good. So I enjoyed that part of it. I mean, so the sacrifice decks, yes, the decks themselves, I guess, might be somewhat known or boring. Yeah, we're gonna try this. They're probably gonna rattle chains this, but let's Shore Shark Mutate. On the baby Godzilla, do some. Oh, if we could get this Duplimancy going. All right, opponent's just going to counter it. Well, discard a Duplimancy for now. Opponent hits us. Oh, that would have been a good time for a land Magic the Gathering card. Well, okay, let's do it again. You know what? Let's just play the Paradise Druid. We have the Sterix in hand. Sterix can do some big things. We got the Duplimancy. We just need the manas. But the Sacrifice Mirror was actually very entertaining to watch. Even though the deck itself might not be the most interesting deck, it was just very close life battles, and you had all these effects, and everyone was trying to figure out if I sack my stuff, I'm gonna get drained by my opponent's stuff. So it was a very, very just super close match. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we can't Duplimancy and Mutate. How do we not die? That's the issue. How do we not die? Well, I mean, let's just Sterix and see what happens. Discard Paradise Druid. Opponent. Don't be looking at our Sterix. Please no. All right, put it over. Get a free something. All right, Ivy. That's not the worst. And yeah, I guess we hit you for 6. Do we? Oh, if we remain alive, we actually have a shot with this Pouncing Shore Shark. Double it up onto the Ivy, double bounce. And we can Great Horn too. I think there's actually oddly hope here. Opponent hits us. Next turn could be good if we're not dead. No blocks. Come on. Let's do good Mutate stuff. Rattle chains. Yeah, so that's 7. Okay. Not dead yet. Opponent passes, we draw a land. Well, play the land. Mutate on the Sterix. Get a copy for Ivy. Is this enough? Yes, copy it. Put it on the Ivy. Double Shore Shark. Oh! And opponent scoops it up! Opponent scoops it up! I can't believe they scooped it up. By the way, Seth, no Spellcaller on Arena yet. Wanted to compliment you on your Nutri-Milk Hotel album you have in your videos. Very cool. Hey, thank you, Stone Raid. Yeah, I like that album. I like that album a lot. That's one of my favorite 90s albums. Okay, so that was a win, which is good. We will accept the win, but that wasn't spectacular. We wanted to do so much more than that. So chat, do you have any ideas of what we could add to this deck for more protection? I wanted to find more hexproof creatures, but there's just not cheap hexproof. Ugh. There's just not cheap hexproof creatures in this format. One possibility would be going into Sultai. Sultai would give us Thoughtseize, and it would give us removal mutators, which actually seems kind of powerful. One to ask Seth, did you consider adding white to the Elf Ball deck for the 2-mana Glimpse of Nature spell with flashback? Not really. I think that adding a second color could be good, but I'm not sure that Rite of Harmony, I think it is. I don't know if it's really necessary. There's so much elf card draw these days. I don't know if we really need. This is interesting. Oh, so close to this Duplimancy. All right, let's play. We're going to try to get Duplimancy going. Play Floral Hedron. Play the tapped land. Pass the turn. If by some miracle we get Duplimancy and Ivy down, opponent flashes and Rattleshades. Okay. Yeah. About it. Decisive Denial could be sweet. Opponent gets in, hits us. Passes. Ooh, so close. So close. Well, let's play Baby Godzilla. Play the land. Play Ivy. See if this draws out a counter. It does. All right, well, Great Horn on the Baby Godzilla. Do some looting, get a land. Discard Floral Hedron. Ay. Okay. That's a few lands in a row. All right, not exactly what we're looking for, but grab a forest. Hit ya. Down to 15. Come on, Mutator. Oh, we got to switch the deck list, too. That's the old deck list. Yeah, I wonder if... Oh, Curious Obsession. I wonder if Sethis could be worth it. It could be. 4 mana is kind of slow protection, but still could be worth it. Oh, that's not what we wanted. That's not what we wanted at all. Well, play the land. Oh, I mean, the right choice for winning is probably to fire up this Lair of the Hydra and try to race. Shalai's sweet. Would have to go into white for it. But Shalai is another good way of protecting stuff. Oh, well, tell your granny thank you, Daifon. Good to have you back. Yeah, Seraph could be worth considering. Yeah, there's no Light Ferox in the sideboard for Liliana. Alright, Duplomancy. Opponent. Oh, another Lofty Denial. Well, hit ya, yes. Opponent. Down to 10. Tangled Florahedron past the turn. If you blink a mutate pile, how does it come back? It comes back. Wow, opponent's. Oh, that's actually super bad. All right, so opponent finally ran out of counters, but they're going to gain a ton of life. We need a real top deck here, Magic Gods. This would be a good time. Opponent draws 2. That's not real enough. Oh, so close. Why not slip out the back? I mean, slip out the back would be fine. Ideally, it would be better to have it be something that synergized with the mutate plan. Like as a creature, ideally. We really want permanence. Sterix cares about permanence. So the more things we can do with permanence, and even more specifically with creatures, the better. On another note, is there an argument to use Ivy in Modern with Spellskite? Wait, is there a synergy there? How'd Bard Class go? We couldn't keep a Bard Class on the battlefield. Hey, what's up, Darian? Welcome to the live stream. Good to have you. Well, this hand looks okay. We'd prefer to. Wow, Yarian again. Companions for days. Ward. Yeah, maybe ward creatures might be worth it if they're cheap enough. I could see that. Well, play the Dap land. Yeah. We played against a lot of Yarians. So about the back also fizzles your mutate, unlike dive down. That is true. Although your mutate creature will still come into play just by itself. Baby Godzilla time. Elite Spellbinder. Huh. So this is like Boros Yarian? Opponent takes our Sterix, sadly. Well, play Tangled Florahedron. Land on green. Pass the turn. Opponent. Fabled Passage. Spellskite can take the Ivy copy target to itself, making an example a mutate to affect Skite twice. Yeah. I'm not really. So you mean like, so you cast a spell on something, you get a copy for Ivy and then move it to Spellskite? I mean, I guess you could. I don't know if that would generally be better than just having the something be on Spellskite or be on Ivy in that scenario. Unless it's not bad. Play the land. Pass the turn. We can double Shore Shark. Double Shore Shark. Oh, what a blowout. What a blowout. Mutate on Baby Godzilla. Get a copy for Ivy. Yes, please. Over the top. Keep it alive. Yeah, we'll bounce it. Whatever. Bounce it. There's Duplomancy. Discard it. Sadly for now. Over. Oh, see, that was actually really good. Like, that was pretty strong. We fizzled the removal spell. We bounced our opponent's thing. We got double Shore Sharks with the Ivy. Yeah, there's just not a lot of hexproof creatures. That's kind of the issue. There's just not many of them that actually exist. Not in like Pioneer / Explorer. At least cheap ones. There's like expensive ones, but that's also a challenge in its own right. Well, what pile was this? So they killed the Ivy. Well, play Ivy. Parcel Beast. What is happening? Oh! Oh dear. Okay. Well, that was not what we were trying to do. Well, now we have a Parcel Beast. Just as we intended. Oh, yeah, maybe Indestructible. Maybe Toski's the way to go. How about it, Cracks? Is our opponent actually playing like Wraths in this deck? If our opponent has a Wrath, that's super bad news. Gets a Plains. Passes. Well, I mean, draw a card. Paradise Druid is hexproof adjacent. Oh. Well, Sterix on Shore Shark. Copy it for Ivy. Have some good times, maybe? I'm scared of our opponent leaving this man up. Okay, we'll copy it. Oh, yes. Yes, we will. Put that over the top. Get a land. Okay. Loot. Discard the land. Oh, that was pretty good. And now the Sterix comes down. Oh, man. Ivy with Mutate's actually pretty sweet. It's actually pretty good. Trigger. Get some more things. Oh, they probably have Wandering Emperor, but... Wow, they don't even have Wandering Emperor. Why did our opponent pass? I'm so confused. Well, that was actually pretty good. Yeah, Ivy with Mutate is such a sweet synergy. It's like so cool and so unique. Yeah, you get the token copies of it. Everything piles together. If you got Duplimancy going, it gets even wilder. It's actually like a really cool idea. It still has the inherent weakness of Mutate, which is removal. But where did the discard come from? Oh, the baby Godzilla Polywog symbiote thing. We were looting as we mutated. I mean, Paradise Druid is a good hexproof creature. This is as close as we get. If we just choose never to untap this, it is a 2-mana hexproof creature. Yeah, it was actually an impressive mutate game. I want to see the deck really fully go off though. I feel like this should be a deck. Oh, there's Duplimancy. I feel like this is the deck that with the right draw, it should be able to do ridiculous things. Like over the top, like so good things. Well, another land is fine. Get down the hexproof Paradise Druid. That can ramp us into Vesuvan Duplimancy. And let the good times roll, perhaps. Opponent path. Oh, and the Ivy too. I mean, we're gonna do it. This probably means our Paradise Druid dries, but that's okay. Worth it. Shivan Fire kills the Druid. Sure. But that's a Duplimancy. Land for our opponent. Oh, opponent hates fun. Oh, opponent. Opponent. All right. Well, in that case, Paradise Druid. Playing Ivy. Pass the turd. Oh, so close. Oh. Red cap melee sack a land? Okay, sure. you got us. About it. Yeah, it's the Arian. Well, playing the land. Mutate the Parcel Beast. Over the top. Pass the turn. Yeah, Teamer Mutate was sweet too. It's a really, really cool mechanic for sure. Ooh, Avabruck. We're not scooting, we're Vesubin Duplimancying and Ivying. We're playing all the super sweet new cards about it. Are they gonna... Okay, no blinking. So we're safe to draw a card. Duplimancy. Draw a card. Hey, Daniel, how are you? Good to... Oh, there it is. We found the Duplimancy. Oh, and we also found a... Oh, jeez. Okay, well, okay, Duplimancy. Go. Let us live, opponent. Let us live. Let us live to do sweet things. About it. How are you, Daniel? Good to see you. Blades. And... So what formats have y'all been playing, chat? Yeah, Scoosworm is, like, really wild once you get Auspicious Hysterics going. But we've kind of done that before, so we're trying to... Yeah, we're not going to risk it. Oh, okay. So, this should be a turn. This should be a turn. Well, Parcel Beast, Mutate. Get a copy, not just of the Parcel Beast, of the whole pile. So it is also hexproof. Put it over the top. Maybe this is how we get our hexproofers. We just got to get Duplimancy going, and then we pass the turn. We can Pouncing Shore Shark. Next turn, we could Sterix. Times a million. How's Historic been lately? Solkanar Brawl. Ooh, that sounds fun. Burn the House sounds pretty good. Good against all the Planeswalkers, for sure. Starting my first push into Pioneer with a 2020 standard deck I used to play. So far, so bad. What standard deck are you jumping to Pioneer with? Ooh, Pioneer with Jodah Humans. Do we even... Yeah, let's not do this. Let's just untap. Auspicious Hysterics, Mutate. Get another copy of the pile. Put it over the top. Spin it to win it. Into... Oh my god, second Duplimancy. Okay, don't die. Don't die. Just stay alive. Just stay alive, deck. Just stay alive. Please. Oh, if we stay alive, next turn should be amazing. Wandering Emperor. Okay. That probably hurts our stay alive plan. Opponent. Unboojed, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big scoops here for you. Thank you, thank you, thank ya. You're saying Jodah can actually work in Mythic? Oh no, we got smacked. We got smacked. So I don't know about working at Mythic. You can play it at Mythic. We did prove that. It is definitely possible to play Jodah at Mythic. Working, that's a strong term. Opponent stomps our face, hits us. All right, this is gonna have to be a good. Oh, another Shore Shark. Okay, so this is 4. So we just have to hit a land. I don't even know what's. Oh, it's a Paradise Druid. Right. Okay, so Mutate Parcel Beast on the Sterix pile. Get 2 copies of it. Put it under, spin it to win it, hit a couple lands. Wow, bouncing this Brutal Cathar is probably good, isn't it? Oh, this is so sweet. Okay. Actually, you know what? I think we just do it now. So, Shore Shark. Oh, actually, no. Okay, we gotta pass the turn. We gotta pass the turn. Can we stay alive? Oh, this is gonna be wild about it. So we can Shore Shark to bounce something. Double copy the pile. Opponent makes a Samurai. We can't take this Yarion hit though or we die. Opponent combat. Thinking. Attacking. Well, all right. We have a Pouncing Shore Shark for that. On the Sterix. Make some copies of the pile. Put it under. Get some triggers. Yeah, bounce the Yarion. So we don't lose, hopefully. Okay, double Baby Godzilla. Couple of lads. Oh, that works. Yes, bounce it. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Unseen's back there. Welcome to the fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super cheer for you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yarion returns. Well, okay. Shore Shark the Sterix. Get some triggers. Oh, got him. And they're all hexproof. Oh, that was so good. That was so good. I'm wonderful now on Scene Spectre. Did you see that Mutate game? Oh my goodness, that was spectacular. Playing against my first Commander deck with Mutate the other day. It was wild. Mutate, yeah. Either Mutate gets shut down and it does nothing, or it goes off. And when it goes off, it is so cool. It is just like the sweetest deck to go off with. So Thursday, Brothers War spoilers. What do we know about Brothers War so far? We know it's an artifact set. We know that. I feel like they said it was going to be big artifacts. Sorry, getting the deck list to put it into the bot in case anyone wants to do some mutating. Yeah, this is the early sneak peek stream. Like usually about a month before the actual start of spoiler season, we get the sneak peek stream where we get a first look at the set. That's what this is gonna be. It's been a crazy. Power Stones will be important. We do know that. Not really spoiler season. Like actual spoiler season still like the middle or end of October or something. But this is the first look at the set. It was me who just lost to you. I did not realize it was you till after a scoop. GG. Hey, good game, Sasha. Thank you for letting us win a game with our Mutate deck. We've been losing a lot so far this stream, so it was much appreciated to actually get to go off. So yeah, we'll watch the spoiler stream together on Thursday. I wonder. So Mishra and Urza. So those are the big characters. Do you think that they will actually be in standard? Or do you think they're going to be like in the commander decks or something? Or could it be both? Do we have any examples of a card like Urza? Do we have, oh, this might be our chance to go off if our opponent's playing life gain. So fake mana or real mana? I guess we go real mana. Paradise Druid. So do we have any examples of like, let's say Urza being in the standard set and then also in the commander deck, a different version of it? Because I think with like Mishra and Urza, it seems like a pretty obvious inclusion for the commander precons, right? To like theme them around those. Well, Baby Godzilla. Pass the turn. Not the fastest start. Once we get going, though, look out. Opponent planes. Ooh, Righteous Valkyrie. Gonna need to find a way to deal with that. Opponent's gaining life. Pouncing Shore Shark helps a little. 1, 2. Oh, I wish we had more manas. Now let's Great Horn on Baby Godzilla. Okay, there's a land. That's good. That is good. Discard the Paradise Druid. Put it over. Get another land. Okay. Because it seems just like low-hanging fruit for them to build the commander decks like Urza versus Mishra. That's like so obvious. But it also seems like they gotta have him in standard too. Like it would be... Oh dear. Yeah, that's something. It would be ridiculous if they weren't in... What? How did they gain that amount of life? I'm so confused. Well, okay, so we have to play Ivy. Unclear if we can get out of this. It's going to be close. Ivy. Floral Hedron is a land. Oh, pass the turn. So we can Shore Shark to bounce the Resplendent Angel and the Valkyrie. Lyra. Okay. Well, Shore Shark. On the Great Horn. Get some triggers. Copy it for Ivy. Put it over. Bounce Valkyrie. Discard Floral Hedron. Put it over. Get a land. Bounce Resplendent Angel. Oh, if we can survive, do we have enough to do everything? That's 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. All right, opponent hits us. We take it. Down to 10. Down to 10. We draw land. Play the land. Oh, this could be amazing. Greasefang, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super for you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, Valkyrie is very, very good. Okay, how can we do this? So we need... These mutate piles are hard to keep track of. What's underneath? View mutations. So, -1 mana. That's an Ivy. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we can play Duplimancy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think this works. Play Duplimancy. Mutate Ghidorah on the Shore Shark. Oh no! Oh no! All right, cast Ghidorah. Yeah, that was. Wait, how do we not have enough mana? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, yeah, that was actually just a punt then. Dandy Plus, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super for you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And now the Valkyrie comes back, which I think means we just die. Opponent attacks. Oh, that was so close to being cool. Ah, Righteous Valkyrie, so brutal. Oh, that was so close. A reminder that our sponsor today is Card Kingdom. If you need some magic cards, get them at cardkingdom.com. Hey, Seth, have you ever done anything with Wilson and Commander or Brawl? Would love to see your take on it. I love Wilson as a commander. I think Wilson's a really cool card. Haven't really done much with it, though, mostly because... Well, I haven't got a chance. It only recently came to Magic Online. So I haven't had a chance to play it on Magic Online. And then... So I guess we just got super greedy by playing Duplimancy. Although, would it have mattered? If we didn't play Duplimancy, would it have actually changed anything? That's where I'm not 100% sure. I haven't been impressed with Sea Dasher Octopus. I'm sure there will be a game eventually where Sea Dasher will be good and go off, but so far Sea Dasher has felt really, really lacking. It just doesn't actually do anything. I think we need this Gem Razor just to have more reach. Oh, this should be our matchup too. Our opponent does not have much removal. Valkyrie's just like so brutal. It's a ridiculous card. It's a ridiculous card, especially if we can't pressure. And our deck is good at like going off, but it's not good at pressuring. Oh, speaking of the podcast, I don't know if you noticed this, but if you watch the podcast on the YouTube, there are face cams now. That is our innovation, episode 400 innovation. So yeah, trying to improve the YouTube version a little bit. Clock Gear, I'm doing wonderful. How are you? Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super for you. Thank you, thank you. All right. So none of our big combo pieces, but Oh, geez. Oh, geez. Oh, Joda. Maybe, you know what? Maybe we try to build a Sultai version of this deck. I feel like the lack of any removal has been a real issue. We need Shore Shark is good, but what if we had Batra too? Lucid with the gift subs to Vinciris. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big scoop to you for you. Thank you. Thank you. Hope we clash and explore with this. Oh, losing our board there is pretty bad for us. Pretty bad. Well, play Baby Godzilla. Yeah, just pass. Wow, that was a blowout. That is the mutate issue. When you get got by removal, you get got good. You get got good. About it, got back. Yes, attacking. Sure, down to 16. Alright, just Valkyrie. Well, okay, so bounce Joda. I mean, if we draw a land, we could Sterix. That would be something. Oh, except for that one. That land does not let us Sterix. Well, Parcel Beast on the Baby Godzilla. Loot away a Parcel Beast. Put it over. Great Horn on the Parcel Beast. Discard all the Storm Giants. Put it over. Get a land. Play the land. Well, pass the turn. About it adapts. Yeah, your Saram deck looks fun, Daifon. Sarams and Lightpaws are very scary together for sure. Have I tried Defender, Tribal, and Standard or Pioneer yet? I haven't. It's on my to-do list. But I looked at it in Standard and I could not find a version that looked like it could win a game. So maybe it could be against the odds for Standard. Oh, someone for something a little better than that. Well, all right. Auspicious Sterix. More Floral Hedrons, unfortunately. Discard one of those. Put it over. Do some mutating. Land out of the deck. Okay. That's not the worst. Hit our opponent a bit. Down to 16. We need to keep drawing mutators, though. You know what? Let's not even play this. Pass the turn. About our adapts. I did an Esper Defender brew that worked pretty well. Ooh, interesting. Do you have a list, Andy Floss? Yeah, it would be really... Oh, boy. Valkyrie's such a blowout. We even got in for 6, and it just did not matter. Well, we got to draw a Mutator to have any slight chance here. Can we draw a Mutator? Can we draw... No. Yeah, I think if you go to older formats with Defenders, then you get stuff like Arcades, which is sweet. I was wondering, I wanted to try to do Defenders for a budget deck in Standard, but the problem is you got to be in like at least 3 colors and maybe 5 colors. So the mana is just, it's prohibitive. It's prohibitively expensive to try to do it in budget just to make the mana work, even though all the cards are... Yeah, I mean, and it's also that our deck can't kill it. Like, we can bounce it, which is something, to try to buy us a little bit of time, but we just don't actually have the ability to get it off the battlefield forever. Yeah, so I was thinking of doing it for budget, the Defender deck, but couldn't find a way to make the mana work. And then as a non-budget deck, I was just like, I don't see... If we're going to play, like, on Mucha Brew or something... We'd like to be able to like win a couple games with that. And I was just like, I don't know how we actually, in a world of like playing black every single round again and again, is there any way we can actually we'd actually like win a game with it, or win a couple games with it, and I just couldn't figure out a build that looked like it could. It seemed like if you draw the one that makes a bunch of birds with a full board, it seemed good. Although then Meat Hook Massacre still gets you. So many cool things in Standard seem to be cool unless your opponent has Meat Hook Massacre. Then it gets way less cool. Or Invoke Despair kind of does that too. I mean, we're built around Vesuban Duplimancy, so we can't Yumori. Plus, Yumori's pretty meh. Like, if I was naturally all creatures, I would play Yumori. But I don't think it's worth dropping Duplimancy, which is like one of the sweetest cards in the deck to have Yumori as like a medium power, maybe low power companion. Have you checked out the newer versions of Dice Factory in Modern? I haven't. What is new in Dice Factory? Dice Factory is a cool deck. Opponent, Chandra. And we deal with a Chandra. Alright, pings us, makes some mana. Oh, Skewer the Critics gets in for 1 million. Well, Baby Godzilla, take 2. Haul the Storm Giants. Wow, I can't believe the Chandra Skewer. That was pretty good. That was pretty good. Opponent plays a land. 2 cards in hand. Will they ever run out? Infinite turns Dice Factory using Magistrate Scepter. Yeah, I mean, I guess you can throw. Cut it out, Burn. Stop drawing exactly the thing you need to kill our creatures. For the love of God. All right, Lightning Strike off the top. Opponent gets in for 5. Wow, that is unfortunate. I'll play the land. Baby Godzilla. Migratory Greathorn. Can't bolt us now. Oh, this hand's so bad. Well, discard a card. Put it over. Get a land. All right, gonna need to draw something good. Yeah, Infinite Turret sounds sweet in Dice Factory. I imagine you could just throw Magistrate Scepter in and take turns with it on occasion. It doesn't seem like you'd have to do much because you already just have all the charge counter stuff going on. So it does seem easy to just throw in. In my free-to-play arena experience, arena budget means you can have as many rares as you want, but no more than 2 of them at the most. Interesting. Yeah, I mean, I guess that makes sense because you're probably going to open a couple of copies of things as you're drafting or getting individual card rewards. It's so hard to build. Really? All right. All right. And that's not gonna do it. Well, mono red's pretty good. Pretty. We have like nothing for mono red. Huh. Maybe we haven't played against Liliana. Maybe we need to change our sideboard so it's not so Liliana focused. Here's my Esper wall list. Hey, let me see Dandy Floss. I'm curious what the walls look like. Ooh. I mean, Esper gives you some good removal. That looks sweet. I mean, there's a bunch of good walls. Pile's a good payoff. Wingmantle Chaplain. I mean, if you can dodge the blowout, is pretty good. I love how so many of the walls themselves are commons and uncommons. Standard's so weird. Like, this looks like a budget deck when you look at it, but then you look at the mana and you're like, oh, I gotta play 25 rare dual lands or whatever to actually be able to cast my spells. Ooh, no early game plays, period. This has so much power, but I don't think we can keep it because we just don't get to do anything forever. All right, well, this will keep. We'll see if it's enough. Well, I guess. Actually, it's probably just Ivy we got to put to the bottom here, sadly. As cool as Ivy is, I don't think this is a matchup. Yeah, it looks sweet, Dandy Floss. I like it. I won my LGS's RCQ this Saturday, or Sunday, with 5-color creativity, and congratulations! That's awesome. Yeah, creativity is pretty good in Modern. Creativity is kind of funny. That was a card that really was a bulk mythic pretty much, and no one really played. And then all of a sudden it shot up to being one of the best cards and top tieriest cards in Modern and even Pioneer to some extent. Play with fire to the face. I mean, I guess part of it was Archon being printed, giving it, although people are like, I don't know, Archon's really good, but does it shoot our face and then skewer the baby Godzilla? Is that the plan? But like getting an Emrakul or something is also game ending. All right, so opponent throwing their burn spells around. Well, play the Paradise Druid. Play the land. All right, so we need 2 more mana to get Sterix down. About it. Ramming and Bruins. Soul's garbage. Well, okay. We will accept a Duplimancy. Mono red, the one color in Magic that cannot kill it. They are still not allowed to kill our Duplimancies. Oh, this should mean double Sterix next turn, right? I think double Sterix, even without doing fun things, probably should be enough. Is it possible? Of course it's possible, Stone Raid. The new tech is probably Urza's Saga, and now playing 7-8 keys to untap rocks. I mean, Urza's Saga is a busted card for sure. Yeah, I guess any artifact deck from Modern's past, if you throw Urza's Saga into it, it's gonna get more busted. We saw that with like Lantern, like Lantern Control. We played that a while ago on stream, and Lantern had completely fallen off. It didn't even exist anymore in Modern, and just having Urza's Saga, you win a lot of games. It's simple as that. That's all you need. So yeah, I guess that would make Dice Factory better. I mean, it works well in Dice Factory too, because you have 1 mana stuff that you want to tutor up anyway. Experimental Frenzy. All right. Well, wow, another Duplimancy. You get to Frenzy. We get to make a couple auspicious Sterixes. Over. Get a Shore Shark. Pass the turn. Mutate. Why doesn't Urza still exist in Modern? I remember it for quite a while. Urza was a boogeyman of Modern. It really got hurt by Mox Amber Manning. I think that's when Urza started to become less busted. It still shows up to some extent in like Thopter Sword style decks. But yeah, that was a hate. I mean, you could argue that really it was responsible for Mox Opal being banned. That I think was opponents casting spells in response to spells. Shrinks the Sterix. It's the Shore Shark. There's no way they have the right... Oh, that was all in their upkeep before drawing for their turn. Okay. Opponent. We really need to draw a Mutator. Gets in, hits us. We will take literally any Mutator. That works. So... Duplimancy. Great Horn on the Sterix. Make a few copies. Put it under. Get some triggers. Okay. Your go. That's a big board of hexproof Sterixes. Duplimancy is such a sweet card. Oh, I do love me some Duplimancy. Imagine if Urza's Saga had become legal in Standard alongside Urza, Lord High Artificer, Drodlands. Oh, yeah, that would be over the top bro good. Chaotic Transformation is a card that I want to build around at some point. I put it on Against Odds Pool a couple times and it never gets there. I don't think it would actually be... the problem with Chaotic Transformation is it seems very hard to actually... It's chaotic, basically. It's very hard to actually control it. Like Indomitable Creativity or Polymorph, those cards, the way you normally build around them is breaking the randomness of their effect. That is a lot harder to do with Chaotic Transformation because it has so many card types on it. Oh yeah, this would be, wow, they have a lot of burn on the top of their deck. This would be really, wow, that top of the deck is very kind. Opponent passes, we whiff. So if we fire this, opponent blocks 6, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. 19, is that correct? We play the land, we fire Paul the Storm Giant, we swing with everything. Opponent blocks here, 6, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Okay. Oh, that leaves us in a position where we might still just be dead. Okay, so Hall the Storm. We would have liked to draw a Mutator. Hall the Storm Giant. Go to combat. Attack. 6, 12. So opponent has to block, right? 7 plus 12. All right. Swing like that. Make our opponent block. Get rid of the Soulscar Mage. And hope that they don't have even more burn spells on the top of their deck. Opponent. Down to 6. Come on. Come on. Hold. Hold. They got to cast off the top of their deck. They can't cast spells from their hand. So it's all about what's on the top of our opponent's deck. They can Ramanop Ruins, but that takes a lot of their mana. Did we get there? Did we Duplimancy our way past Mono Red? Yeah, them having to block does help. Do you think they'll make Mishra's Land in Brothers War? I would guess yes. I don't think they're going to make extra mana, though. I hope they're not going to make extra mana, though. Okay. Top card Bone Crusher. And Death. I don't think you can bring back Urzatron. I think that would be too busted. I think it would be unfun in Standard. So it's so weird now that we have so many formats. So in Standard, I think it would be busted. Oh, we survived. I think it would be busted, but you could probably deal with it for a year. Like you could deal with it until rotation. On the other hand, you'd have to deal with it in Pioneer forever. And I don't think that's actually something that we want to experience. I think the Urza's card, Urza's Funhouse, probably one of the funniest cards. One of the funniest cards from the new Unfinity set, honestly, because it really, I love the infinite mana. The infinite mana is so perfect. As a colorless, add infinite. Only once and only if you have Urza's Power Plant, Mine, and Tower. That's really how Tron feels. We always joke about it being infinite mana, but it really literally is infinite mana now. And then, what does this website do? I haven't even been to this website before. Urza's Funhouse. Enter the Funhouse. Create 2 3/1 red elemental creature tokens with haste. Exile them in the beginning of the next sunset. Wait, you tap for that? What is the last mode of this? Oh, pay 7. Good golly. Okay, that's a whiff. If you get 2 3/1s for 7, that's horrible. You get an emblem. Creatures you control get +1/+1. Okay. Reveal the top 5 cards of your library. Put all creatures into your hand. The rest on the bottom. Draw 3, then put 1 card top of your library. So this is just until your next turn. Whenever a creature deals combat damage to Urza, destroy that creature. Huh? How would that even work? Deals combat damage to Urza? How is that a possible thing that can happen? Create 3/1 with soldiers. I mean, I think that's one of the most interesting cards from the set. One of my favorite cards from the set. Oh, is it really all just Urza's head stuff? There aren't any new ones? Oh, I didn't realize that. The form card is pretty good too. That's the other one. That's the other one that stood out from this unset, if I can find it. Form of the Approach of the Second Sun. 5-minute enchantment. When this enchantment enters the battlefield, you gain 7 life. You become a card until you leave your library or that library is shuffled. Put yourself 7th from the top, balancing the card on the top of your head. When you draw this card, you win the game. When one or more cards fall off your head, exile them and all the cards on your head, then sacrifice this enchantment. Not bad. Not bad. Obviously, it's an Acorn card, so you don't got to worry about playing it, you know, IRL. But what's your favorite card from the set? You are the win con, literally. Do you have a favorite Acorn card? Because I think sometimes even us, and we're pretty you know, semi-competitive and casual, it's easy to just write off cards as what is going on. Is not being legal, is just not mattering. But these are still really funny and fun designs. Like, even if they aren't legal to play anywhere, I think that's fine. I think that's even probably a good thing. Vorthos. All right, let's look at Vorthos. Vorthos, Steward of Myth, 2 mana, 1/3 legendary human gamer. When ATBs choose a magic character, each spell you cast with a chosen character in its name, flavor text, or art costs Woover less to cast. This effect reduces only the amount of colored mana you pay. Yeah, that card is really cool. I would play that as a commander. It would be so sweet to make like character tribal with it. Okay, so there's a Chandra. We're somehow at 12. unsure how that happened, but that's where we're at. That is where we're at. So we can't Shore Shark. So I guess we play this on blue. Play Baby Godzilla. And yeah, I guess we just pass for now and try to do things next turn. Maybe if we're not dead to the Chandra. Gonna be close. The best card is Delusionary Goblin. Oh wait, is that in this set? Oh wait, am I only on Mythics or something? What is? Oh, I see. I see. What do you think about these blank cards? Do you think that's a mechanic that is interesting? Like, where are you at with the name stickers? Opponent. Skewer the critics. Okay, annoying. Opponent. Wow, jeez. Okay. Bone crushes our face. Kills a baby Godzilla. Oh, what a good hit. Dimitri, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super for you. Thank ya. About it. Goes to combat. Boy, Chandra's really good, isn't it? Chandra's just like straight up really good. We're at 8. We lost our board. I think our opponents also run pretty hot with the Chandras. Like that has definitely helped our opponent here. That not only have they had Chandras, they have really hit the right cards off the top of those Chandras multiple times. Do I have a preference? YouTuber streaming. They're very different. I like both of them. I think they're very, very different for me, though. Like, the main reason... apparently this is a horrible way to look up cards in this set. Because the names are repeated a million times. I was trying to find that goblin that I don't think I've actually seen. Performance goblin. The nice thing about streaming is actually get to interact with people, which is is super fun. Like, that's a part of streaming I enjoy. As far as actually playing Magic, though, so opponent finally whiffed, but it might be too late for that to actually matter. So Chandra, we needed that baby Godzilla to get down Sterix last turn. That's what we really needed. Oh, and we just can't get rid of the Chandra, which is ticking up towards death. About it. Well, run out the Shore Shark on the Paradise Druid. Put it over. Do not bounce. Block. Kill it. Still has hexproof. Cannot be targeted. Joining late. Wanted to send you best wishes for your mom. Hey, thank you, Apes of Wrath. How are you? I bought all the Warhammer precons to play with my friends. Can't wait for them to arrive. I think that's a good choice. The Warhammer precons are really, really good. I think they are very, very good. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. So this is a Paradise Druid. Do we have to just run out Auspicious Sterix? Is a 6/6? Access top 5 cards of your library. You may cast red spells from among them. You get an emblem. Whenever you cast a red spell, X damage where X is the mana spent to cast it. Well. Oh, how do we get through this Chandra? All right, play a Sterix. Run it out past the turn. Ah! I purchased the Collector Warhammer decks. Oh, the Collector decks look really sweet, although they're pretty expensive, weren't they? I mean, I expect that they will be valuable forever because I don't know if or how Wizards is ever going to reprint them. So is Warhammer coming to Magic Online for some Commander Clash action? That's a good question. Wizards has not confirmed that yet. I hope so, but oh, this is familiar. Shiv and Devastator. Yeah, nothing has reach. Well, that's gonna go attacking a bit. Hits us to 3. Well, I mean, Sterix on Sterix. See what happened. Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, I had to tap the Shore Shark. That's very bad. We hit a Floral Hedron and a... Oh, we needed untap land. Maybe we gotta get rid of this Hall of the Storm Giants. Maybe it's not worth it. Maybe it's not worth it. We need the untap lands. Maybe it's just not actually worth it. Yeah, so I don't know. We'll see. If they come to Magic Online, we'll definitely give them a shot, but wait and see mode, I guess. Who else got the Warhammer Commander decks? Yeah, Chandra's very, I think Chandra's even underrated. I would say Chandra and Kaido are both very underrated planeswalkers. I think people don't give them nearly enough credit for how strong they are. Yeah, all right, we'll keep it. Opponent, tap land. Well, hexproof creature's good. We'll see. We'll see if that's enough. Opponent, Luminarch Aspirant. Well, land and Paradise Druid go. Opponent. So are you actually picking up Unfinity? That was my other question. Is this a set that people are actually going to buy? Like, did the gimmick? So Wizards obviously was concerned that people weren't going to buy Unfinity, which makes sense because of the bias against Silver Border, or the fact that they're not legal to play anywhere, all those things. Yeah, let's just Great Horn on the Paradise Druid. Put it over. See if this Mutate bio can carry. Are you actually going to pick it up? Will you spend your hard-earned dollars on Coco? On the set. I think chat was maybe a little bit frozen. Oh yeah, chat was super frozen. Y'all were, I was like, where did everyone go? But actually it was just chat being frozen. One of my favorite sets will draft. Yeah, the lands are obviously the big selling point for sure. I think that's a big chunk of it. Oh. Okay, so maybe we just pass? At least we only hit 2 elves. We can pass and double mutate. Yeah, that's probably our best bet. All right, so we passed the turn. Wow, is it going to be close? Is it going to be close? Unfinity looks like the least interesting unset so far, at least for me. Yeah, I feel like... the collector boosters offer some nice value, I think, because of the guaranteed lands, which is kind of huge. All right, opponent, here they come. Attacks, attacks, attacks. Well, Shore Shark. Mutate it. Over. Bounce. Get our last land. Oh, I don't want to tap it. It's so risky, but we can't go to 1. If this gets answered, though, which is very possible. Oh, what do we do? What do we do? What do we do? What do we do? LSP gave it the most appropriate name I've heard so far and uninteresting. Do you think... So here's a question that struck me. Are unsets just a thing of the past? I feel like... here's... if we don't do it, we die, so we gotta do it. I'm not happy about this, because if we lose our mutate pile, we also die, but... Yeah. Maybe 6 basics is not enough. We're gonna have to look at this deck after this round. Are unsets a thing of the past? One thing I was thinking of is, and correct me if I'm wrong, just humor-wise, is this the weakest unset? I feel like this is the weakest unset as far as just the jokes that exist on it. And maybe I'm in the minority and that's not true. But that's what it feels like to me, is like the jokes are just not as good as they used to be. All right, you know what? We're going to rebuild this deck right now. It's rebuilding time. It's rebuilding the mutate. I think that there's 2 reasons for that. I was thinking about it. One is, this is what, unset 4? I feel like they've used a lot of the obvious jokes. Like they've already taken and done City of Ass and references to Black Lotus and references to Moxen. Like if there's low-hanging fruit, I feel like they've already got there. And then the other thing is, I feel like some of the jokes that they used before were probably acceptable in, 2000 or 2001 or whenever, 1990, whatever, when the set came out. But some of the jokes, I don't think they could use today. And I think it would not come across well in 2022, which also I think would make it harder to make unsets. Like, I think you got to be very careful with where you go with your humor. And we have gotten to a point as a society where saying it's a joke is not necessarily, and rightly, like that's not an excuse for something that might be uncouth. So I feel like unsets have gotten a little bit harder. So the easy jokes are gone. Plus, some of the old jokes just don't look quite right by 2022 standards. So I wonder if we should just stop doing I wonder if we should just stop doing unsets. The other thing that makes me think that is we have like Magic has changed in the sense that in the past things had to be very serious. Like it was high fantasy for the most part is what Magic wanted to be. So you wouldn't get like silly themes. Now we have like Streets of New Capenna, we've had Battle Bond, which is like sports themes, we have gangster themes. They're talking about cowboy themes or Wild West themes or whatever. There's a lot more humor. Like look at Ikoria. Look at the creature types from Ikoria. Like if you took the creature types from Ikoria and the creature types from the latest unset, would you really be able to tell which ones were an unset? Probably not. Like, you probably wouldn't be able to tell the difference. So the other reason that I wonder if unsets are maybe just unnecessary at this point is you can put the jokes onto the normal cards. Like in our offer, that's a great point, Kazig. Like in Offer You Can't Refuse, that's just a normal card. 20 years ago, that probably would have had to be an unset thing because you wouldn't put it in a normal set because it would be too goofy or not serious enough. But now you can do, yeah, you were already dead. And in Offer You Can't Refuse, and you can put those jokes, you know, like just the weird mutate creature names. What were some of the most hilarious Ikoria creature names? Like there's just some ridiculous creature names. So I feel like maybe unsets are just a thing of the past. And I feel bad because I know Mark loves them. Mark Rosewater he's very passionate about it, and he's been very upfront that he's passionate about it. And I don't want to see anyone, you know, lose their passion project. But I do wonder if overall you can put the funny cards into normal sets, and you've already done the good jokes. So maybe unsets are just, you know, a thing of the 90s or something, the early 2000s. But you can't do attractions in Black Border. I mean, they just literally did. Attractions are Black Border. so apparently, and that's the other thing, like half of this set is Black Border anyway. So even if you want to do some weird mechanic, you want to put stickers on cards, well, they just made that illegal mechanic. So you could do that in Battle Bond, or you want to do attractions, you could do that in whatever random set, because apparently they're going to be legal anyway. The lack of interesting flavor text in newer sets is a major letdown. Could have put the jokes into those. Yeah, I miss, you know, the right to bear arms, and they used to have such just like horrible puns in some flavor text. I feel like we don't get them as much anymore as we used to. Although I do wonder if it's just a product of Wizards getting better at drawing cards. Sometimes when it comes to old things like old flavor text or old art, like Stasis is a good example of this. Apparently it was drawn by like one of Garfield's aunts or something, who was like kind of, but not really an artist, I believe, just like doing it as a favor to her nephew who started this game and needed some art. So things like that don't happen. Things like that don't happen anymore. Now everything's very professional, and there's lots of money and a huge group of artists. So you don't have like, oh, you know, Aunt, can you draw Stasis art for me anymore? And I imagine like some of the flavor text was written by the people designing the cards. There probably wasn't, I'm pretty sure there wasn't in the early days of Magic, you know, a whole group of people whose job was to write flavor text. They weren't bringing in Loading Ready Run to write the flavor text on cards, or hiring people to do flavor text. So yeah, I wonder if that's part of it too, is everything's just gotten more professional, and that's part of the reason we don't see those things as much as we used to. Are we missing any good mutate cards? Sea-Octopus, cheap mutate, but that's all it really has going for it. Is it worth going into black? I think that's the question. Is it worth going into black? Pretty much specifically to you get life gain and you get Batra. Batra is really expensive, but Insatial Hemophage is kind of like gray merchant-y. I do think more basics are necessary, that's for sure. Yeah, Stasis is certainly iconic. Wasn't Stasis Artist actually a professional artist? I would have to confirm that. I know it's Garfield's aunt or some relative of Garfield. You like the sack one? Could be worth including in the sideboard at a minimum. I could see that. When it's good, it's going to be really good. I think we can improve the sideboard too. Some life gain could be helpful. Gem Razor's been hit or miss. What do we want for life gain? What's the best life gain creature? I don't know if it's worth going into black or not. Cub Warden. I mean, I didn't even think about going into white. What do we get for going into white? All right, random pumping. Cub Warden. Mutates, make some cats. Volpike Deer. Pleasant counter. So there's a lot of life gain in white. Red has pinging. I wonder if we'll ever get more mutators. Necropanther. Necropanther's card advantage. I wonder if there's enough design space for there to be more mutators, or if this is this just it? Do they do everything they could possibly do? I do like Porcuparrot. I like Porcuparrot especially if you can give it Death Touch. Then it becomes actually pretty good removal. The other challenge is, we don't have a ton we can cut. We have 22 lands, which is really 26 with the MDFCs. Shore Shark is good. Steric's a payoff. Ramp, card draw, Duplimancy, Ivy. Probably want ETB life gain in our sideboard, though, of some kind. Maybe we stick to Simic for now. Gala Greeters? More hexproofness could also... I just don't know what we add for hexproof. We could try the 4-drop. War Chief, maybe? Cleanup Crew's so expensive, but that does everything. Artifact Enchantment, exile card from graveyard. But 6 mana. 6 mana is so much. I guess if we Sterix into it, it's good. Titan of Industry? I mean, if we Sterix into Titan of Industry, that's also good. Maybe we ramp enough. Do we ramp enough that we can play Titan of Industry? Add Snakeskin Veil in the new hexproof spell. I really want to try to avoid adding too many spells, because we're often like auspicious Sterixing, and we want to be able to put good permanents into play. We can't mutate onto spells. They do work with Duplimancy, though. So maybe because of Duplimancy, it'd be worth it. They also, like, kind of work with Ivy. Fight rigging. Ooh, I don't know. I don't know if we get our stuff big enough for fight rigging. Ooh, Simic makes a lot of sense for Mutate, doesn't it? I could see that. All right, we can try to add a couple spells. We can try to... the other thing is we want the critical mass of mutators. Like, cutting C-Octopus, like, its main upside is it's just 2 mana mutate. So when we get our stuff going, it's a way to trigger a mutate stuff. The Drain mutate. I mean, the Drain mutate's sweet. It does mean we're going into black, so we'll have to rebuild the mana. How much is the mutate cost on the Drain one? 3. Whenever it mutates, each opponent loses X life. You gain X life. For X is the number of times it's mutated. All right, we'll try it. We'll try Saltai. We'll try it. So we can add in the Hemophage. Oh, what do we cut to make room? So Sterix, Shore Shark. If we're going into black, then we probably got to play a Batra too. Maybe we go down a Luna. We'll go down 1 C-Octopus and I guess 1 Parcel Beast. I do like Parcel Beast. And then we need black mana. So we need Zagoth Triome. Need swamps. I mean, I like what this does for our sideboard. I think that's going to be the biggest upside of this. I like that we can play Thoughtseize in the sideboard now, which is a really good way of protecting our mutate piles. So I think that's probably going to be the biggest upside of all this. Oh, we're going to be really light on dual lands. Go down the Lair of the Hydra. 1 Watery Grave. 1 Overgrown Tomb. I think this will be fine. We'll have 11 basics to tutor up. I guess we can go down the Beseiju. We got Gemrazor in the sideboard. We do have it in the sideboard. We can trim back on these Nullhide Feroxes. We just haven't been playing against Liliana. So we can put Thoughtseize and Leyline in the sideboard maybe to fight against the... To fight against the graveyard decks. What was the thing that gives all your stuff hexproof? Seraph? I have no idea how to spell that. Seraph. Untapped creatures have hexproof. I mean, we could also just play like a Heroic Intervention. So Thoughtseize negate, Leyline of the Void, Gemrazor. Go down the Soul Guide Lanterns. 2 Feroxes. 1 Brazen Borrower. Yeah, let's try it like that. All right, let's try Sultai. Let's try Sultai, see if it works. Shaper Sanctuary is sweet, although it still only gives us 1. Yeah, the Hexproof Werewolf sweet, but it is 6 mana. It's just a little slow to start mutating onto. Hey, see you, Nivon. Thanks for hanging out. See you on Thursday. Slip Through Space Snakeskin Veil. Yeah, it might be worth trying some of those cards if we can find room. Thanks to Ivy in Friends. Ooh, Mythic. How low can Mythic go? Can you get to Mythic 0? Is that possible? Is that actually possible? Triumph, go. Can you, I get some advice on my Tovolar deck. Oh yeah, let me see. You have any suggestions for my mono white monument deck? I do. Oh, mono red again. Well, we added some life gain, which should be helpful. This Hemophage, that's our secret tech for beating mono red. We'll see if it's enough. We would love to draw a land. Okay, we do not. Well, so if we mutate, they kill it. We get sad. Let's Parcel Beast. This works. Parcel Beast on Paradise Druid. This should give us enough toughness that they can't kill it. And then maybe this Hemophage is just gonna swing the matchup. Opponent crushes our face. We will not attack. We'd rather stay on defense and be able to block this 2/2. Opponent. So the Monument deck, let's take a look. Explorer Monument. I like the Sarah Paragon, Welcoming Vampire. We played something kind of like this, a viewer submitted deck on stream. I think it looks like it's in a pretty good spot. Skyclave Apparition. Cabria Takedown. I mean, that looks pretty solid to me. I could say, like, I don't know, maybe like a little more Sarah Paragon or something like that. But in general, I don't know if like Cathar Commando, is that necessary in the main? I guess best of one, it goes up in value since you're not gonna be sideboarding in Artifact 8. I mean, that actually looks very, very solid to me. That just looks really good. I don't know if I'd really change much of anything at all, honestly. Well, okay. Untap land. Ouch. Hemophage. Mutate. Under. Drainia. Pass the turn. About it. Place a land. Oh my god. Oh, we're dead. Who plays Torbrand in 2020? Seriously. 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 Who? Who? Yeah, that's just game, right? Like, that's definitely just game. Well, that's a thing. Our life gain is not going to carry. Torbrand! Well, yeah. I was thinking we were in very good shape this game, too. Like, we're gaining life, we got things set up, and then, nope. Nope. Yeah, I wonder, maybe Torbrand's making a... Maybe it's making a comeback. Oh, we still don't really have much removal. I guess maybe we need, like, Fatal Push or something in the sideboard. Like, we ran into... This is the second time we've run into Mono Red, and it's like, what do we... Like, what do we sideboard? Brazen Bar? Brazen Bar was not even good, but we could sideboard it in. I guess we just run it back. Yeah, our sideboard is not set up for that matchup. Well, let me see Kessig. Well, this reminds me of an old standard deck. Reminds me of green-white tokens when Gideon and Nissa were in standard. I mean, that looks pretty sweet. Good Planeswalkers, Thraben Inspector, so of course it's going to be great. Wedding Announcements ended up being very good. Yeah, I haven't really tried tokens in Pioneer, but if I was going to try tokens in Pioneer, I'd probably try to play something very similar to that. That looks pretty solid too. Everyone's got the solid decks today. Except for me. We're playing Mutate. How about it with the mountain? Well, Marinized Druid. Don't kill it. We don't have any lands. We need it to live, opponent. Mountain. Carries F. Well, alright. Migratory Greathorn. Put it over. Get a land. It'll be an island. No Torbrands. No Torbrands, please. How about it? Oh, no. Burning Tree. Oh, it says, oh, alright, here they come. Steals an Ivy, hits us for a ton. Sterix we can't cast. Well, mutate the Parcel Beast. Put it under, get a land. If our opponent just has Torbrand, though, I think we die. Like, that's how bad this is. The other awkward thing about Mutate is it really encourages you to put all your... Like, to only have one creature. It really encourages you to only have one creature, because you want to keep mutating on that creature. Stuff like Duplimancy helps, but you got to get off to a faster start to actually have it matter. But yeah, you can see it here, like, we're just kind of piling everything onto this one creature, and our opponent's just going around our one creature. Like, we have to block, but if we block, we lose our mutate pile. And if we lose the mutate pile, we lose the game. Like, what do we even do here? I'm probably just getting Embercleave for lethal anyway. Yeah, I mean, sure. We're dying anyway, so we might as well block. Opponent. Well, okay, no Embercleave. Down to almost dead. The monkey. Stupid monkey goes away. And Ivy. Well, okay, draw a card, not dead yet. Oh boy. Well, that's a lot of Sterixes that we can't cast. Boom. Opponent gets to steal our mutate pile with their Ivy. Oh, yeah. Oh, just Ivy things. Oh, so close. So dead. Wow, that was a blowout. Huh. Well, down to Mythic 81. That's pretty good. Actually, does anyone know how low Mythic actually goes? We've played Mono Red a lot. Mono Red seems tough if you don't have removal. You benefit more winning in best of 3, I believe. You get twice as many points, or positive or negative. Yeah, that's what we were trying to do with Ivy, but unfortunately our opponent had it. I mean, yeah. Fatal Punches. Any spells are so bad in the deck. It's so tough. I mean, this is a mutate. This is the mutate problem. This is just like the problem of the archetype and how it works. There's a reason. There's a reason that after being like the big mechanic of its set, it just never was able to actually do anything competitively. It makes you make really, really bad, really, really tough decisions in play and in deck building. Adding Fatal Push is probably like a necessary evil. So we probably should add it. Although at the same time, like, you've seen us fizzle for not having enough mutate creatures. So then we're going to be like top decking Fatal Pushes, but we need a mutate creature to trigger our stuff. And I think aggro, you just got to play bodies and not mutate until after they run out of steam. Yeah, I mean, the problem is like the mutate bodies are so bad if you're not mutating. Like Migratory Greathorn, if you mutate it for 3, it's actually pretty good. But if you're casting it for 4, that's so... Our opponent's already Tor branding and stuff. So the bodies are costed in a way in general where a lot of them are not great to be cast without mutating. Greasefang, Parhelion, game. All right. Well, that was quick. Seeing Baby Godzilla and really makes the unset feel unneeded. Yeah, I know. That's what I was saying. Like, do we need unsets when you can print Baby Godzillas and all these ridiculous creature types? Like, read Mark Rosewater's like set teaser every set, where it's just like a huge list of the weird things that are in the set. In that world, are unsets necessary? I would argue that maybe they aren't. Ooh, Modern Cube, eh? Unneeded. I mean, I guess we'll see if they sell. I think that's ouch. I think that's what it comes down to. Like, does this set actually sell? That's how Wizards is going to determine if the set was successful. I mean, maybe it's one of those things where there is a big audience for it out there. I question that at this point, just because I feel like if there was a big audience for unsets, they wouldn't be doing so many things to make them less unsetty to try to make money. Like, if there was a ton of people buying unsets, would you have to fill them with shocklands and... Would you have to fill them with... Wow. Okay. Well, our turn, opponent. Our turn to jank out. Would you have to fill them with shocklands and make part of the cards legal and eternal and get rid of silver borders? Like, would you have to do all that stuff if people were just chomping at the bit to buy silver border unsets? Probably not. They're going to sell because Commander players want some foils. The thing, like, that's the thing, though... Unless your play group is rule zeroing stuff in. Can we even keep this? Let's just... The hand is good. I like it, but we just die to... Okay, this we'll keep. This hand is probably less good overall, but it has a ley line, so at least we're not going to immediately die to Greasefang. What is there in this set for Commander players? That's something I was wondering about, too. Like... If you look at the set, assuming you're not doing the rule zeroing in stuff, what's the Chase Commander cards? I guess you could argue the Planeswalkers, but Planeswalkers aren't really very good in Commander. There's stuff like Magar, I guess, Mira, if you want to build a attraction deck are fine. It's the special shocklands, I guess. But then those are like the not really unset cards. So you think people are just gonna buy the set mostly just to get the lands? I mean, I guess that's kind of the unset way. That has traditionally been unsets, is they're not super popular, but people will buy them just to get the cards, get the land cards. The foil treatment does look really good. I like the foil treatment a lot. Oh boy. So opponent answered our lane line when we were talking about unsets. Discards a Parhelion. Cast a Consider. Yeah, not looking good if they got the Greasefang. Opponent. Do you have the Greasefang? They're going to Thoughtseize first. So now we have wow. So now we have just 0 answers. All right, sure. 1000% think people buy boxes to draft with friends because the lands provide a payoff. It'll be interesting to look at the numbers on it. Like, is it worth it? I mean, I guess if you want to play with your friends anyway, then it becomes... Yay! I guess if you want to play the limited format with your friends anyway, then it becomes more worth it to pick up a box. But I wonder if it'll be worth it compared to just getting the singles. Like, let's say you want the sweet shock lands for your deck. Would you be better off financially buying boxes in hopes of opening them? I think the real test will be the collector boosters, because it seems like the main gimmick of the collector boosters is, yeah, we're just gonna have to get rid of Nullhide Ferox altogether. We play against Greasefang and Mono Red, but not Lily. Rakdos is, I thought, the most played deck in this format, but we never play against Rakdos. We just play Greasefang and Mono Red and Yarion piles. It'll be interesting to see if the collector boosters sell. It seems like a big ass to be like, will you buy a $200 some dollar, $250 box of an unset? That seems like a big ask, but you're guaranteed to get more of the cool lands that you would be getting, so maybe it's going to be worth it. Did you watch the professor open 4 Cocoa boxes of DMU and 1 pack of Legends? I didn't. Was it good? Oh yeah, if you're down in Florida, stay safe. It sounds like it might actually be a pretty big storm. What did Prof get? Oh, don't spoil it. All right, I'll have to look it up. Ooh, wow. Pulled a Tabernacle. I wonder if that will change Prof's opinion on buying singles. Prof is big on the, on the buy singles, not packs. But if he just opened a Tabernacle, maybe he's got to tell everyone to buy packs now. Buy packs so you too can open a Tabernacle. Oh boy. Mutate versus Control. A literal nightmare. Hey Seth, first time I've gotten to see you live, big fan on YouTube. Are you feeling any different on Serpents in Mono Blue at the moment? I was not impressed by the Serpents. I still am not impressed by them. Maybe I'm missing something. I know in the comments of the video, people seem to love Tolarian Terror. So many people were like, it's so good, I love this card, I played on turn 3. My experience was it was hard to get on the battlefield consistently, and then especially early in the game, and then even if you get it on the battlefield, all right, Paradise Druid, Ivy, even if you get it on the battlefield, it still just can die to things pretty easily. Even with Ward 2, it still can just die to things pretty easily. So I'm still at the I don't like it stage. Although maybe I'm the one that's wrong, because like I said in the comments, a million people were saying, this is the greatest card, I love this card, it's so good. So well, that's a fairy. Life is bad. Well, we'll mutate. We'll get a land. We'll attack to fairy. The losingest of battles. Play a tap land. Pass the turn. I mean, if this goes wrong, we are gonna scoop. I don't think we're gonna do the tuck to fairy for a half hour. We don't want that to be the end of our stream. Is your goldfish screen widget working? I've refreshed my page on Safari, not seeing anything. Ooh, that's a good question. I mean, as far as I know, it should be, but maybe it's not. I mean, goldfish seems to be working for me. What am I? Oh, the goldfish deck viewer. Yeah, that is not working. I don't think that actually works anymore. Exclamation point deck will get you the deck list, or yeah, they might not have realized that they can't. Oh, we need this to fairy to die. Well, Duplimancy. They might not have realized that this is 4 mana now, so maybe they thought they could portable hole this and then got stuck. All right, Dovin's Veto. Well, moment of truth. Does Teferi die? It does. All right, so opponent, we killed their Planeswalker, which is good. They're not letting us do cool things, which is less good. They have another one, which is very, very not good. Teferi draws. Passes. Untaps. Kills our stuff. Well, crack the clue, I guess. Into nothing. Yeah, well, I mean, Shore Shark loot. Into another Shore Shark. Put it over, but there's still a Teferi. Hit Teferi down to 1. Oh, I wish Teferi had 1 less loyalty. You were talking about not seeing cards for the alchemy event. Does a plugin not work for the events they do? It was not working during this event. I don't know why, because it seems like they should be able to have it work because it works on our stream. So yeah, I mean, Wandering Emperor means this. I mean, Mutate is a deck that it's not possible for it to come back from those scenarios. Like Mutate, I mean, I guess this is probably a pretty fair representation of Mutate in all honesty. Maybe a depressing one, but I think it is a pretty realistic picture of how the deck works, which is you try to make this Mutate pile, and when it works, the 20% of the time it is really, really cool. And then the other 80% of the time, it kind of goes like that, where your opponent just plays real cards and kills your stuff, and you have no realistic shot. Yeah, Big Teferi can be pretty demoralizing. Yeah, so I don't know why Wizards is not using the cardboard live thing so people can hover. I don't know if it's an alchemy thing. Maybe with so many alchemy changes, maybe cardboard live doesn't support it. I guess we don't know because we don't really play alchemy. Yeah, but maybe does it work for other people that play it? Does anyone play alchemy? I was gonna say, to any of the other streams you watch, does it work for alchemy? But I don't know if anyone streams alchemy. What about going Bant with Illuminator Virtuoso? Oh, well, there's all the lands. Yeah, you definitely could. Illuminator Virtuoso is a sweet card. I don't know if it would change the equation of how Mutate works, which is your Mutate pile getting killed. I don't know if it would do anything about that, but I mean, a double striker's sweet. Modern's coming up tomorrow on Against the Odds. We're playing some new Zur in Modern, which should be pretty interesting. I think you're gonna like it. Virtuoso would get you more cards at least. More looting, yeah. The conniving to loot away cards could Could definitely be sweet. I mean, it's kind of similar to Baby Godzilla somewhat. When we mutate, we get to loot, I think. So if we had Baby Godzilla and Virtuoso, we get to double loot. I mean, there definitely could be some... Oh, is Virtuoso a human? I'll have to look it up. Yeah, if it's a human, then none of this actually works. Because mutate for flavor purposes. Is it actually a human? It might be. Illuminator Virtuoso. Oh, it's a human rogue. Yeah, so mutate actually has a... The rule is you can only mutate on non-human creatures. Ugh. All right, we're just going to scoop because we're getting near the end of the stream. This match is going to go on forever. I would love to do cool things one more time. It's not going to happen against that control deck. I'm sorry. So I know it's an early scoop. No doubt about it, though that would be considered early, but tactical because we're hoping to do the cool mutate thing. I want to do it one more time. Do Daybound, Nightbound still flip back if mutated on the non-human side? Will it fall off? Mutate is really weird. And I don't actually know the answer to that question. The corner cases on mutate make it one of the weirdest mechanics in Magic. There's so many of these weird, very weird questions. I don't know if you saw the one about Phage. You used to be able to, they just changed this rule kind of, but you used to be able to play Phage and then mutate on top of it, and it would fizzle Phage's kill you trigger, but then if you attacked your opponent with it, you'd still get the beneficial trigger. I've never saw anyone do that. I think it was a very little known loophole in the mutate rules. They recently closed that one. They ruled it the opposite direction now. So I have no idea how it works with Daybound, Nightbound. What happens when it flips back? Does it fall off? Mutate. We could maybe look it up. I wonder if Google even has the question. Hey, what's up, buddy? Good to see ya. I'm curious. Hell, okay. Auspicious Sterix is good. So the best that I can tell is that the mutate pile would be unaffected, and that the non-human part is specifically about targeting the creature with your mutate. So if you legally mutate onto something, then and then it turns into a human, it would be fine. Karn, eh? Oh, is this just mono green ramp? Are they tutoring up a land? They are. That's a treasure vault. Well, that's unfortunate. Well, I guess we parcel beast the Paradise Druid. Put it over. Hit the Karn. Down to 1. Play the tap land. No Nissas. No Nissas. No Nissas, please. Opponent land. Oh, storm the festival. Okay. Old growth troll and Nissa. Mutate is just so fair. It is just so fair. It is the fairest. Oh, it's almost like kind of funny just how fair it is compared to the power of the Explorer meta, which is just, yeah, a little bit ahead of this. I've been grinding the tanks with Selesnya humans, and it's working really well. Yeah, I can see Selesnya humans being pretty good. Opponent, 3 lands. Every planeswalker. Every Nissa, every Karn, cashes it in, might as well. Infinite mana. I mean, that was a incredibly... Wow. Well, maybe we're going off with a disappointing ending. Mutate wasn't even good in Ikoria Standard, right? Oh, Mutate has never been good. But it has been have we won one match with it, right? I think we won one match. It's one of those decks where it has potential to do such cool things. Thanks to Ivy and Vesuvian Duplimancy, it can do really, really cool things. I really want to do the cool thing one more time before the stream ends, and I'm not having a lot of faith. My faith is wavering. My faith is wavering at the moment in the Mutate. If Mutate were ETB rather than a cost, it would be comparable to other mechanics, I think. If it were ETB rather than a cost. So like when this creature ETBs, I'm having a hard time envisioning what that would look like. Opponent, Wolfalo Haven. Ramp, ramp, ramp. Llanowar Elves. Ramp, ramp, ramp. Well, we'll play the Duplimancy. Our opponent untaps with, about 17 mana here. Vadrak was probably the most played out of the cards, right? That or Gemrazor. I mean, some of the individual Mutate cards like Gemrazor were played. There was like the janky Vadrak combo deck that I think was like kind of good at one point, a little bit. All right, well, Karn is going to get something to make our lives miserable. I mean, this has also been very above the curve mono green cards. This has been mono green draws. This has been... Oh no, I guess that was a punt. We could have played the land. I was thinking... I don't know why I was thinking we were going to be able to mutate. I guess I keep thinking that we have the Poliwag Symbiote out, that we're getting a discount, but we're not. Yeah, definitely would have been correct to play the land first, but that's just a mistake. Opponent takes down the card. I don't think so. I mean, we're getting locked by this Godpharaoh statue. Nissa, oh, Kiora, okay. No Godpharaoh statue yet. Kiora for our opponent. Gonna untap the land that makes multiple mana. Llanowar Elves returns. Well, alright. Can Auspicious Steric save the day? Get a copy. Put it over. Get some triggers. Bounce your mana dork. We might be okay. Oh, 2 lands. Ouch. Bounce a mana dork. Kill the Kiora. I mean, maybe we will be okay. Maybe we just have enough mana now that we can play through the Godpharaoh statue. We need a mutator. We need to hit a mutator. We're going up with the duplicate. We're seeing the Duplimancy do its thing. There's the statue. And another Llanowar Elves. An opponent. I mean, we have enough mana that we can play through it. Oh, well, okay. Land untapped. Go to combat. Everything at Karn. Opponent gonna let the Karn go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. What do we do with the Fatal Push? Been working on an Abzan version of your Mardu Dragon list. No deck list yet because it's a work in progress. That sounds sweet. Oh, the other thing is, like, Fatal Push can just clone our Sterix, which is also kind of sweet. You know what? We're gonna wait. Hope they don't top deck the land, or if they do, that they don't run well. Oh, all right. Well, they just have another Storm the Festival in hand, so being able to clone a Sterix for 3 mana is not the worst. Fiora returns. Untaps the land. Elder Gargaroth. Draws a card. Oh, we need a mutator. We need a mutator. Well, I mean, Fatal Push the Sterix. Get a copy. Oh, Magic Gods! Magic Gods. Attack, attack. Oh. And it blocks and blocks. Oh, so close, so close. All right, well, pass the turn. Opponent land. Infinite mana, Old Growth Troll. Draws a card. I think if we had drawn a mutator, we would had a good shot here. If we had drawn a mutator to go on the Sterix, I think that we actually could have won this game. But drawing land Fatal Push, not gonna do it. We were so close, Jodah for sale. Opponent reveals a bunch. All right, one more shot. This is it. This is the last shot for Mutate, and then I gotta go pick up Bear. So, Magic Gods, if you ever wanted to be good, give the people some entertainment. Let the Mutate deck do its thing. I mean, we've seen it go off a couple of times. All right, this is it. This is it. This is the one. I think this deck suffers from mana to... If the Black Splash was more clean, our sideboarding could be sweet. Suffers from mana to... I mean, so the mana, you need a lot of basics. Yeah, you can target anything with a Fatal Push. Even if its mana value is such that it won't die, you can still target it. So it is a cool trick to keep in mind with, like, Duplimancy. Yeah, the mana needs a lot of basics to make Migratory Greathorn work. So you got that kind of tension. I think it's probably at its best as a 2-color deck. The Black Splash, I like the sideboard cards that it offers, but as far as actual mutators, like, we drew the life gain one, drain one against Burn, and it was not anywhere close to being enough. This is a feeling I got when I tried to play Volo Brawl. But when it works, it's totally worth it. It makes up for all the losses. Was there any thought to bringing in one or two of the smashy naturalizes? They don't play a ton, but Karn is one of their big cards. So, yeah, I guess I didn't really think... I mean, it might be worth it. Gemrazer's fine. They don't, I think, have any artifacts in the main deck. So I guess we'd mostly be hoping that that they didn't actually draw it, but maybe that's too risky. Well, okay. That's a hand with... Oh, we're on the draw. Oh, no. Liliana. Now we're up against Rakdos. All right, can we beat a pile of removal? Can we beat a pile of removal? Well, I mean, we gotta go for it. If Baby Godzilla lives, it would be sweet. Will it live? No. To run over the dorks in mutate piles, I guess we're just hoping for Ivy. Oh boy. All right, Liliana, yeah. Ticks up.
I'm tired of your secrets.
Well, we'll discard. Opponent discards. Tap land to go. Well, this is gonna end with a Liliana ultimate. I love playing Mutate during a random Artisan event on Arena. Ooh. How is Mutate in Artisan? Opponent discards. Plays a land. Oh. Oh. Wow. Well, welcome to today's Against the Odds stream. Sorry my thoughts weren't complete. I'd also say Gemrazor. Wow. This might be... I mean, nothing's going to top Flump for the worst stream deck we've ever played, but Mutate is it's doing its best to put its name in the running. Oh, Liliana's a blowout too. Everything's so I think the problem is that like Mutate's just not designed to be competitive. Not good but fun. That describes Mutate to a T. Gemrazor also has trample to get through 1/1s onto the planeswalkers. Yeah, that's true. Flump was record breaking. Flump broke all the records for being bad. Oh, it was over the top how much losing we did with it. All right, here we go. This is the one. This is the one. Come on, Mutate. Come on. Ooh, okay, hexproof creature, that's good. As long as our opponent doesn't have Liliana. We got a hexproof creature. That's or Thoughtseize, or that, or Invoke Despair, or Meathook Massacre. But as long as our opponent doesn't have several of the most played cards in Magic currently, we're good. We're so good. We're going off. Okay, so we dodge the Thoughtseize. So we get down the Paradise Druid. Step one. Step one. Opponent. Caraxa. Well, we'll discard a Parcel Beast for now. Land. Parcel Beast. On the Paradise Druid. Put it over. Pass the turn. No, Liliana, please. Please, please, please. About it. Land. Okay, Graveyard Trespasser. It's not a Liliana. Ooh, can we hit a land here for the Sterix? We cannot. Another Paradise Druid. Okay, okay. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. That doesn't kill us. Opponent passes. Land. Tapped. Paradise Druid. Go. We actually got a shot. We actually got a shot. We actually got a shot. About it. We got a shot. We actually have a shot to do it. We got the Sterix. Oh, it'd be sweet if we could get down Duplimancy. That's the greedy line, but we might do it. We could have tried to do it last turn. Tap land for our opponent. Passes. Well, okay. I mean, we're going for the gold. We are here to live our dreams. We're not here to win by putting a Sterix on a Parcel Beast. We are here to do the huge thing. Play the land. Sure. Graveyard Gluttonous opponent. Do your worst. Untaps. No cards in the graveyard for the Croxa. Come on. Come on. Come on. We got down the Vesuvian Duplimancy opponent. Land. Hits us. Sure. But things are about to get worse. Things are about to get worse for Rakdos if we untap here. We will take it. I would love to tap to draw a card, but I don't think we're going to unless our opponent taps out. Opponent passes. Okay. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, yep. Ottawa. Auspicious Sterix Mutate. On the Parcel Beast pile. Make a copy of it. Make a copy of it. Vesuvian Duplimancy. Copies a whole pile. Still hexproof. Still a Parcel Beast. Can we go out by taking down the best deck in Explorer? Probably. Auspicious Sterix. Put it over. Make it a 6/6. Go digging. Okay, okay. A land and a Shore Shark. Well, your go, opponent. Your go. We even have another Mutator in hand. We have 2 card draws. Oh, we started off with Joda Bard Class, and then we switched to trying to do IV, Vesuban, Duplimancy, Mutate. No attacks. All right, your go, opponent. I like that our board is almost all hexproof. That is nice. And I like that Rakdos is not good at killing Duplimancy. We might be good. We might be good. It's so cool that it copies a whole file. We get token copies of entire Mutate files. This is up. Whoa! Wow, I can respect that. Opponent paying 6 for the Castle Logwade. I thought I was the only one who did that. Life is a resource. Life is a resource. Can anyone recommend a place to look for decks for ranked? I would recommend the metagame page over on mtggoldfish.com. You can go, if you go to MTG Goldfish, and you go up to the top here to decks and popular metagame decks, you can go to the format you want. You can look at standard, you can look at explore, you look at historic, pioneer, modern, legacy, you name it, it's got it covered. So it shows you what people are playing. You can also see all the tournaments along the side. So that would be my recommendation. I know I'm a little biased, but all right, opponent passes. So, well, okay. Pouncing Shore Shark. Oh, this is going to be good. On the Sterix. Make a copy. Put it under. Get some triggers. Bounce your Kalitas. Get some things. Pick them up. Pick them up. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Bounce it. Yes. Draw a card. Hopefully a mutate creature. Thought Seize. Alright, we'll cast the Thought Seize. Make sure there's no blowouts. Noxious Grasp the Ivy. Okay. Kalitas, Liliana, Kolaghan's Command, Tenacious Underdog. We don't care about any of these anymore. Take the Kolaghan's Command. And... hit you with the Shore Shark. Oh, I want to go off more, though. We haven't done enough. We haven't done enough. Yoda for sale. Welcome to the Fishbowl. For your subscription, thank you. Big scoop cheer for you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. How about it? Come on, Mutator. Come on, Mutator. Come on, not scooping. Play your Kalitas. That'll keep you safe. That gains you life. You're not dead yet. You're not dead yet, opponent. Not even close. There you go. Kalitas. Underdog. Draw a card. Oh. We're going to put that in hand, actually, so we can cycle it. Opponent pass. Another Duplimancy. Okay. Draw a card. That's not a Mutator. Cycle. Oh, that's not a Mutator. Duplimancy. Play a land. Get in with the Shore Shark? Actually, no. I don't even know if we're winning this anymore. Those were some really bad draws. Those are some really, really bad draws. I mean, we do get to keep drawing cards. There's a Liliana, sure.
Enough with the mysteries.
Takes down.
For answers.
Sack the Greatheart. Opponent. They drew more removal. Okay, Blood Tithe Harvester, sure. Only one card in hand. We're gonna find a Mutator eventually, and it's gonna be so good. Opponent. Austin could be so sweet. Double Duplimancy, opponent. Passing, well. Draw a card. Okay. Another land. Draw a card. Baby Godzilla. Ivy. We have all the support, but not the actual payoff. Okay. Draw a card. Can we find a mutator? Can we find a mutate? Any mutator? Any single one? We do not care anymore. A Duplimancy. Cycle you. This is every it's another land. Okay, so Baby Godzilla. Paradise Druid. Opponent's gonna kill the Baby Godzilla, make a zombie. Land. Untapped. All right, pass the turn. Oh, opponent. Oh, Meat Hook would be an absolute massacre. Literally. Related, where could somebody who wants cards buy them? Well, I have advice for that too. I would suggest you check out our amazing sponsor, Card Kingdom, over at cardkingdom.com/mtggoldfish. They got everything you could possibly need. We do our little wrap up now where we're waiting for this game to go. If you need Magic cards, they got you covered. They got good customer service. You can even get a free goldfish sticker. Just let them know you want one in your order notes over at cardkingdom.com/mtggoldfish. And since you're asking if you want even more content, you can find it over on youtube.com/mtggoldfish. We're playing some Modern tomorrow for Against Odds. Or if you missed any of the stream, you can do it over on the replay YouTube as our opponent thinks very hard about what to do with this turn, which I think is probably going to be getting back this Croxa. They sack this discard, take up this discard, get back Croxa. That's wow, Kesselockwayne. Okay. I mean, eventually we're going to hit a mutator. It's got to happen. It has got to happen. So they take up, we can discard the Floral Hedron. Like, with one mutator, this is going to be wild. It's going to be so good. All right, opponent finds a removal spell in Epic Downfall. The Sterixes are still holding down the fort for the moment, though. I think. Opponent. Do they want to take up the Liliana? Do you think mono blue non-budget could win a tournament like this during Ravnica? Oh, like it did during Ravnica. Yeah, I think that mono blue actually is in a pretty good spot in current standard. I think that it has a chance to be a pretty competitive budget deck, honestly. It lines up pretty well against the black decks. Obviously, we'll see what Brothers War brings as the format keeps growing. But for now, I think it actually has a chance to be a legit, like, tournament winning style deck. Oh no. Okay, land. Well, okay. Go again. Negate. I mean, that's not bad, but it's still not. Oh my god, that's still not a mutator. How is this possible? Oh my goodness. Our deck is full of mutate creatures. How can we not find a single one? Well, okay. Duplimancy. Part 3. Baby Godzilla. Ivy. Pass the turn. I can't believe there hasn't been a mutate creature in like 10 cards. Our deck is literally just full of mutate creatures. They drew a Fatal Push. They're going to put it on Ivy. Oh. All right. We'll let it go. Found it on taps. Draws a card. We got to be careful of this Croxa coming back, too. That Croxa could get us. Like, this is getting to be a big board of zombies that we're just not... Like, this hits for 1. Block. Block, block, block. Like, we're getting pretty close to being dead here. Thanks to this Croxa. Oh, that Fatal Push was actually a good draw for our opponent. So Ivy is a May ability. So you never have to copy something that is not beneficial. Whenever a player casts a spell that only targets a single creature other than Ivy, you may copy that spell, and the copy targets Ivy. So you're never gonna get blown out by it. Interesting. Well, we will negate that. This actually works out pretty well. We would rather have our opponent doing this than playing Croxa. Ticks up. We'll discard the Florahedron.
We all have things we'd rather forget.
Come on, deck. Come on, deck. Opponent. Passing. Well, draw a card. Oh my god, it's a mutate creature. Oh my god, it's a mutate creature. Oh my god, it's a mutate creature. Finally. Okay, so let the good times roll. Pouncing Shore Shark on Sterix. Make 3 more copies of Sterix. Baby Godzilla is a whiff. Loot away a land. Put it under. Get a few triggers. Bounce your Kalitas. Bounce your token. Get a bunch of permanents with Sterix. Okay, more Sterixes. Bounce it. Bounce it. Draw a card. Come on, come on. With Parcel Beast. Mutator. 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 That's a lot of hexproof Sterixes. That's a lot of hexproof Sterixes. And it's the whole pile. The whole pile gets copied. So this is hexproof and Shore Shark and Parcel Beast. So we tap into draw cards. Our opponent can't kill it. It's so sweet. This is what opponent, are they gonna time out? Are we salting them out with Mutate? Little does our opponent know that we lost so many matches in a row with this deck. It copies the whole pile. It's a whole Mutate pile. It is. I don't know why it doesn't show it the way, but you can see hexproof, Mutate, tap it to draw a card. Like it's the whole shebang. Well, we're gonna keep going. Draw a card. Oh god. Oh god. This is the best. Sterix on the Sterix. Make a bunch of them. Discard a Tangle Florahedron. Put it over. Get some triggers. Bounce you. Bounce you. Oh my goodness, so good. So good. This is what we were waiting for. Discard the land. The opponent scoops it up. Oh, I would accept milling out there. If we mill out, that is perfectly fine. I don't even know if I want to play this last game. I don't even know if I want to play it. We're not going to top that. We're not going to top that. That's what we'd been waiting for. Well, at least we got to see what the deck can do when it goes off and how spectacular it can be. It just does such hilarious things. So I'm glad we get to see that at least. We've had some good games with it. Consistency, not the strong suit. Not the strong suit of the mechanic, but spectacular turns when things go well. That is something the deck actually does pretty well. Scoop it up. Yeah, GG opponent, we got you. You can have the match win, whatever. Maybe they were. Maybe our opponent could have won the whole. Actually, no, they were empty-handed, but they might not have scooped for a while to see what the deck could do. Opponent's deep in the tank on the sideboarding now. Little do they know that they probably don't have to think about it that hard with our deck. Just kill if you ever got to play against Mutate, just kill their things. Just kill their things and you'll be fine. Like that's all you really need to know. You don't gotta overthink it. Oh, yeah, something like that would be such a huge boost to power for this. Like right now, all we have is Paradise Druid, and that's kind of like a pseudo hexproof creature. But just there's not a lot of hexproof creatures. Yeah, that was a very odd string of draws there that we hit like all of our support pieces and just could not find the mutate creature. So maybe we don't need literal invisible stalker. We need a cheap hexproof creature that is not a human. Those are the requirements. Cheap and non-human. Well, all right. Let's see if we can get the miraculous match win. I would be shocked if we could top that last game because that was about as good as our deck can do. All right, this is clunky. We don't have Thoughtseize mana, but the opponent has Thoughtseize mana. All right. What are we taking, opponent? Takes the Thoughtseize. Well, there's our Thoughtseize mana. Triome, go. Yeah, Slippery Boggle would probably be the perfect one. All right, well, we also get a Thoughtseize. Kalitas, Fable the Mirror Breaker, go blank. All of those are bad for us. Yeah, opponent has a lot of individually strong cards. Just many good Magic the Gathering cards. Put them all together. Trust that it'll work out. This is not good for us either. Discard. We need our opponent to not draw land for this Kalitas. Well, all right, we got to go for it. If they draw removal, we're going to get super blown out. But Tangle Floralhedron. Land. Kalitas. Okay. And the Blood Tithe. Well, we got rid of the Blood Tithe at least. Land and yeah, this is more how I imagine the matchup against Rakdos going, is like they just kill and counter all of our stuff and we get really sad. That's kind of how I imagined it. Surprised to see Kalitas. Kalitas has really fallen out of favor for Sheoldred. Is there any mutate creature worth putting in an Essex? Jeez. Wow, what a draw. All right. Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, this game. Well, we had 2 games against Rakdos where it was not even like the slightest close. Like not even a tiny bit close. And then that one epic game where we did our thing. So I guess we focus on the one epic game where we did our thing, because that game was pretty sweet. Oh boy, what a draw for our opponent. What a draw. Yeah. Well, think of game 2. Think of game 2. Essex Fractal Bloom. Is there any mutate creature that would be good in Essex? First time you create 1 or more tokens during your turn. You may instead choose creatures other than Essex and create that many tokens that are copies of those creatures. So I think it depends on if you'd want to build around it. I think just mutate in general doesn't seem like it does a whole lot with Essex to me. On the other end, if you're trying to like make token copies with Vesuvian Duplimancy and then make mutate piles and then turn all your stuff into mutate piles, that would be kind of sweet. I could see building like a Essex mutate theme deck with Duplimancy and stuff. That would actually be kind of cool. But just as far as like playing a random mutate creature, I don't see any that I think would actually work. But on that note, everyone, that's been our stream for today. So what did we learn? We learned that, well, our decks weren't very good at winning, but when they did win, and even when they lost sometimes, they did do super cool things. So Mutate, probably not going to get there. Bard Class, we might have to work on more. The idea seems good, and Mutate's been good in the past, but it didn't work out today. But anyway, we lost a bunch of rank. We had a bunch of fun. Hopefully, I had a bunch of fun. Hopefully, y'all had fun too. So we already did our reminders. We're going to do a raid. We will be back on Thursday for Brothers War early spoilers and some more fun. So until then, everyone, have a wonderful day. I love y'all, and I will talk to you soon.